much are LGD going to be able to farm up before this battle around the Roche pit happens? Like, you can tell that eHome want to wait for that BKB. They want to wait for the level 29 Dusa, which is what they need to do.
Seems a little bit like they were playing with giant, massive balls in the early game because they felt they had nothing to lose. But now they're actually in this game. They have a chance to win. They have a chance to go to the major. And it's kind of coming back to them where they're letting LGD get a little more than I think they should off the map.
Yeah.
Which happens, you know? I can understand why.
All right, they're going into the pit.
Double damage.
They cleave and hit the Hawk, so they should know that this is happening. eHome, where are you at? They gotta go in. They saw that this was happening. They're going to be here too late. Half HP Roche, they're walking in with Medusa. She's all alone, has the BKB, but hasn't used it as of yet. The RP pulls back in one. It's a Soulbind onto 2, the Roar to try and interrupt the one to Grimstroke, but he's already done his damage, and now gripped up as well. They're going to pop down that Wukong's command. They'll walk away. Roche still at half HP. Hexed up for the moment is this PL. He's actually going to be shackled from the low ground, but he's walking away and is eventually going to be killed off. 3 dead, buybacks coming immediately. LGD have already used the RP. They have the boat up again in 28 seconds, and now this is the time where eHome, are they going to be able to come back in this and take this fight again?
I mean, they don't have the Wukong's command, but there's no...
They also don't have Dusa BKB. X, Torrent, hits there. Illusion's going to start to drain the mana. The skewer in! Medusa away from the rest of her team. They need to take her down right now. The stun is going to be there. The slow kill, the disarm doesn't have a chance to walk away. And eHome lose the Medusa, no buyback. 400 gold away.
Monkey King, so maybe get in the trees, try to steal it, but they have a PL, so if those trees get cut, it's looking grim. Well, it cost a lot of buybacks from LGD, so it's 3 buybacks. Kill any of these heroes, it's very, very easy to fight, and then probably get racks. The PL, not so killable. You probably want to focus these other heroes, particularly Magnus or the Bane, who has no buyback, by the way.
All right, no Bane buyback. Ame, though, moves into position and is going to kill off Faith Beyond, it looks like, here as they try and run him down.
Very
no
little
mana.
damage, though, because he has no mana.
Oh.
He can tank this up. Like, I think they can do something. He's not
going
to take damage.
Maybe, possibly. The courier going out, and Ame just kills off Faith Beyond. Now sees the Monkey King needs to get the heck out of there.
They sacked him. I'm not sure about that. With the Bane being dead, I think.
Oh my God, X Nova.
He's actually just going to die to that.
Run away, X Nova. They're coming for you. LGD, help your position 5. This is the saddest position 5. Diffusal Blade, the Archer. Give him the punches. Oh, I won't get it. So 400 gold goes over to Ame.
He had 10 wand charges. He's fine. Stick charges.
I don't know. I look at this, and it's still feeling like eHome are the team, but it's starting to drop down very drastically and turn around a little bit here. Difference in net worth around 7,500. But you look at it, PL Medusa even, as Chalice takes a pause. 1 game away from the major. They're behind 6,000 gold.
He needs just to chill, man. I'm glad he paused. I need a goddamn moment to chill as well. Come on.
So it does kind of feel like we're in the same place again. Do we have any translation of that one at all? I don't know what that is.
You know, one of us should have downloaded the thing. You know, you can do like the augmented reality translation.
Yeah, that one's cool. I like that one a lot.
I don't know how that works with.
Let me see if I can do it. I'll download it.
Is it Mandarin?
It would be, I believe. Let me get the...
I think it depends on where...
I need that app anyways for when I travel. Translate... What's it called? Translate...
I don't know. I've just seen videos. Is it Google that does it?
Camera. Translate camera. Let's do that.
You're gonna download a virus, man. You're gonna get ads on your home screen. They're never gonna go away.
Do this right now. I'm sure it's not important anyways. Well, Very, very, very interesting game. Like we were talking about, eHome, they get out to this early lead. They start to just run around the map. There's lane changes all over the place. It feels like they got them right where they want them. And then they back off after taking the tier 2 tower in the mid lane. And then just kind of farm for a while to the next Aegis, which makes sense. But at the same time, it feels like you have to take risks to beat these top tier teams. At some point,
Certainly.
you have to take a risk.
The teams that are beating these, LGDs and VPs are the teams that will make the call to go high ground with no Aegis. 5v5. They will, and of course that's a huge risk, but it's a calculated risk. It's like you need to know when it is that your timing is. You know what I mean? Like you said, before the PL heart. That's a solid timing. They could wait as well, but would VP take both of those risks? Would they wait? Would they try to pressure before, and if it doesn't work out, then also go late? It's like, I think the best teams are the ones that will take every opportunity that is available to them.
Yeah.
Or as many as like we've seen. Maybe there's a lot that we're not seeing, that these teams aren't seeing, but maybe bots would be a little better. But
yeah,
super AI bots. But like VP, it's sort of team that they'll just do anything that they can do to win the game.
We see Kunkka here going for the AC. It's theory crafting about this before. I love it.
You love that.
With all of the cleave that they've got, it seems amazing.
Yeah, I think you definitely want to pick up an Assault Cuirass if you have any form of cleave now. I mean, before it was a solid item too for just regular physical damage, but now even more so for cleave because it's in that AoE. Deso's a little bit less value, just because it's only single target.
Yeah. Well, 31 minutes in a 6,000 gold lead, and it has remained fairly steady over the past, what is this now, 20 minutes of this game.
I like the eHome's at least still farming at the same pace as LGD. They're not just giving them like way too much space.
Right. But the thing that's scary about that is that as this game goes on and on and on, a 7,000 net worth lead means less and less.
That's true.
So it definitely feels like the hold that they had on this game has been lost, and they still, I would favor them going into the late game with this lineup that eHome has, but it's not as clear cut as it was before. And look at this. LGD going to start to pressure the tier 2 tower in the mid lane.
It's so fast. Jesus. Here's just shred towers now.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Top lane, Monkey King, as well as Shaman, ready to push this out and have wards to drop. Going to drop them. Back out. Chalice is there. Do they try and force anything out here? It looks like they are just going to
hit the tower.
Back out. Oh, he's trying to deny him. Mr. Fancy.
Monkey TP straight to the bot lane, starts farming. Once again, I like that they're not. Monkey's not just playing scared, sitting in trees. He's actually hitting creeps. He doesn't care if he dies. He'd rather get farm and not just have a game 1 scenario happen again.
The Primal Spring damage. So I guess trying to clear out creep waves, and then of course
PL illusions is great for as well. Magic damage is excellent against PL illusions because they just have so much armor.
Oh my god, this guy is crazy. They will walk away.
It's forcing Chalice to play over in that area.
Yeah. God, the Kunkka hits pretty hard too.
It does. I mean, mostly on units, on like jungle creeps.
Right.
Boars. There's much less to anything with armor.
Yeah. Well, they drop another tombstone here, top lane, pushing it out. Why? Getting towards a Glimmer Cape for himself. And you see Faith Beyond and the Shadow Shaman just down here bottom, waiting for somebody to show up.
They can definitely get a kill down here. They just need to see somebody elsewhere.
That was a good amount of damage there from that Kunkka.
Yeah.
God, I love the AC pickup. And this is what we saw before, like you were talking about, the split pushing Beastmaster.
It's so hard to deal with him just because you try to gank him. He's got a hawk. He's gonna see you. Just sit in trees, send units down lanes. There's no. that Grimstroke learned his lesson. He didn't try to fight those creeps.
Yeah.
He just calls for the PL.
So help me already. right? I was like, where the heck's the hero up here?
We once again are kind of in this scenario where eHome are scared, but I guess rightfully so because the PL has an Aegis. Wasn't he just level 20 on PL? He's like level 24.
Yeah.
He's almost 25, and then he basically has an Aegis with that doppelganger cooldown.
Didn't eHome just play this game? Like the Medusa and the Beastmaster hiding in the trees? Or was that them with the Luna instead of the Medusa? I think that's what that was. They had the Luna on eHome when they were playing against.
Stealing strats, man.
That's right. Another kill here.
He got the bounty. Who cares?
Right.
That's worth. Top bounties available. Come on, Shaman. Support me. Let's go.
Make it happen.
It's got a smoke. Looking to smoke up soon when the Aegis is down.
Yeah. Ame though. Oh, is the Aegis already down? Yeah, it's 3 minutes, so it's expired already. Maybe they're gonna wait for the next fight, I guess.
Like waiting for Undying to be up.
Dire are scanning.
Yeah, this was, I think, the exact same thing that we saw from eHome a little bit earlier on.
Oh, bounty!
So let me Google that for you just they really no. They had the Beastmaster split pushing. They had Luna Beastmaster.
Yeah, Luna
against
Beastmaster against Medusa. So this time around they have the Medusa herself. Aurora comes out now onto Chalice. Maybe get a courier snipe or just kill off Chalice. Are they going to try and take this fight now? Soul Binding 2 together, and on the other side, Ame just kills off the Shadow Shaman, and now going to start to drain the mana of the monkey. He gets off the Wukong's command, though, with the BKB already out. They force that one away, and now trying to run down X Nova. He is going to die as they buy back on the Shaman. The DD rune picked up, and the walk away. So Wukong's command as well as Serpent Ward's used, and it's still hard for them as they're looking to try and take this fight now, LGD. Staying aggressive.
Chalice bought back for this man. You're fighting 4v5.
Oh, a very bold move, and now taking down that mag. He is dead, and Ame trying to burn through him as well. They have the Fiend's Grip. They caught the Medusa in trouble now. Ame going to try and drain the mana of the rest of these heroes. They're forcing out the FY to back out, and he is eventually going to die. But now Medusa out of mana, out of time, and possibly going to be out of life unless they jump in. The Hex, the answer! Oh, eHome make the play that they needed to, and now chasing down yet another Kanka, and they hit the
kill the PL
They're
as
able
well.
to take him down. Oh, good play there from eHome.
Oh man, they just won. they might have just won the game. There's no buyback on Chalice or Magnus. PL instantly buys back. Dude, the Shaman's actually doing work clearing the illusions.
Yeah.
At the very least, just making it clear which the real PL is and allowing him to get focused.
And Ame is going to do his best to clear out these illusions. They don't have a creep wave right now, but backdoor protection is taken away, and they will now assault it. How do LGD respond here? They need 50 seconds, but it looks like eHome not going to give it to him as of yet. They have wards again. If they even wanted to, they could just walk towards tier 4s. It'd be crazy. But the mana's being drained. Medusa still has that BKB, but I really like that they're not just backing out to check Roshan or anything like that. And Ego, they jump forward, they find the Hex, there's the Shackles as well, and Grimstroke is dead. Ame, the one that's left over to the side there, they kill off the Bane as well. 2 buybacks, 20 seconds until heroes are back in the game. LGD need that time and a little bit more to make this work, but eHome not giving it to them. They're going to take 2 lanes of racks, back out, and most likely head to the pit. Oh, where there's a regen rune as well. Nice.
They possibly get Roshan from this too? They need some mana on these heroes. That's the only problem. This is a little ballsy, but LGD have to deal with their base. I believe there's a lot of creeps in there. Looking at the mini-map, yeah, they got lots of people dealing with those creeps. So eHome knows that they're there.
eHome are going to get it. Roshan taken out. They have Refresher Shard as well now, and are going to retreat back towards their shrine in a second here, it looks like.
So, eHome has lost many of games fighting at that Roche pit. And now, Medusa ulti coming out. Interesting.
Denying Necro books.
Celebratory Medusa ulti. You guys are having a good time. Although I don't know about that.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm sure it's okay.
They've lost a lot of games at the Roche Pit. And
Yeah.
now they're finally, at least it looks like, I don't want to, count the old chickens before they hatch.
Right.
But
You got it right that time.
I did, yeah. Third time's a charm.
The other one that we do have that's maybe a little bit scary is Ame getting towards a Bloodthorn, and he does have the Doppelganger cooldown.
Yeah.
I think this is the best level 25 talent in the game.
The Doppelganger cooldown?
Yeah.
Pretty good. Oh, Medusa. He's just defending that rune. Rune's super important this late.
Looking for an opening here. Okay, they have RP. LGD feeling like they need to make a move, but they are under vision of a ward.
Yeah, they're... It's half HP. So they... Oh, okay.
They take it down. And now, eHome going to smoke up themselves. Take this fight. Level 25 is there for Medusa. Monkey King also here has Refresher. Are they going to do this?
I honestly think you drop the boots on Monkey and just keep the Echo Saber.
Walking in yet again. They have Stone Gaze back up in 5 seconds. And the roar is there, but they have a Magnus RP ready to go. But already having lost the Grimstroke, that's a big part of the LGD team fight as they head to the north. They're going to get their creep wave first and then head up towards the Tier 3 tower. Kunkka just finishes the AC. He's going to X himself, pick up Illusion Rune.
Awkward to be a Kunkka in a game like this. I mean, it's an offlane Kunkka, so it's not, the same as a mid Kunkka, but you wish that you were actually a threat in these fights, but he doesn't really do anything. He's just a boat at this point. And he's just a tank, and he just doesn't work. It's really the PL versus the world.
Oh, and this is the great combination. You just drop down the Wukong's command. It is so hard to find this, but they pull him back out. Wukong is down. Okay, Aegis gone as well. Medusa has the cheese, and Ame gonna try and drain the mana. The RP to follow it up. They pull her back in. Medusa under control in the duration of the BKB.
They make it creeps.
They might be able to make this happen. It was the Refresher Shard afterwards. That's a Bane dead as well, but the Megas are there. And now Medusa starting to get some mana gone. They skewer her back yet again. A little bit scary, but the secondary Stone Gaze comes out. And now the roar onto Ame, trying to take him down. That's a dead PL. And the game, I believe, is well and truly over, as LGD are going to lose game number 2 to eHome, barring a miraculous comeback. They're farming them in the fountain right now. They buy back on the Monkey King, forced towards the Tier 4 towers, and eHome have come up with an answer.
Played Club Dota. LGD still not giving up.
Never give up, never surrender as they pull the Medusa into the fountain, but even that will not be enough. She is looking at this Magnus saying, what do you want from me? Good game, well played, called at the end, and we're going to game number 3. All right.
I'm so happy right now.
I was very upset at eHome after game number 1. I was very upset. I am feeling like they actually put on a solid performance in that game number 2. And LGD, they ended up falling behind just off the back of solid drafting. Good stuff coming out from eHome.
Good draft, good play. I think that all was off the back of really good lane rotations. And anytime it looked like LGD was winning a fight in the lanes, eHome would show up with +1.
Yeah.
And make sure that every trade was in their favor. And I don't know if LGD was screwing around or whatever that was, but LGD kept throwing their bodies into them. And it was only a 6k gold lead, but when they did fight, that 6k gold lead leads to you having an advantage, obviously. I mean, they played the fights really well, but I mean, you just have a gold lead in the late game with a Monkey King and a Medusa versus essentially a PL. Did we see the Magnus get one good RP off in that game? And that's not even that's not even throwing shade at the Magnus. That's just like in every single fight you can see that they go in, they use the Shadow Shaman grip on like a target they want to focus, and then Undying immediately runs over to the Mag and just starts whacking them, just canceling the blink. Like the way they executed these team fights was just 10 out of 10. This LGD we're talking about.
So Medusa in that game dealt more damage than the next 2 heroes combined from the side of LGD. And then she also took more damage than the next 2 heroes combined. 75% reduced all of the damage in that game. So really impressive showing. And can see why first pick material.
Yeah.
So we'll be back in a second, ladies and gentlemen. One more game. That's all it's going to be, and it's going to be eHome versus LGD. Who's going to go to the major? We'll find out in a few. Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are here again looking at the Chinese qualifiers for the Chongqing Major. We are in game number 3. All it takes is one. One more game and you're going to the Major. Jenkins.
I was telling you, man, this just so rarely happens in Dota.
What's that?
Just a team getting absolutely stomped and then having a pep talk and actually coming back. This is a top 2 TI team that they're playing against.
And arguably, people were saying the best team in the world at the time. And now, people make that argument.
Heard many people make that argument, yeah. I mean, I would love to see Ehome go all the way. Like you mentioned, that would lead to OG and LGD probably in the minor, which would be the best minor that has ever existed.
Yeah.
So that would be a pretty legit storyline. And then Ehome would be going to the Major after this.
Now here's the question: if you're LGD for Pride, do you throw this game to make it to the minors so you can beat OG? Is that the plan?
I think that was the plan all along.
It's all according to the plan.
That's why this is they're just getting in as much practice as they can.
Okay, I like it.
Dude, more prize pool too if you go to the minor and then go to the Major. They're making all the money.
That's the new strat. I like that.
And the thing is, you can see PSG, LGD, they're sponsored. They're just trying to get the most screen time for their sponsors. We will play every single game that is possible. Open qualifiers,
all
everything.
For you.
Yeah. So if you're looking for a team to sponsor, Red Bull or Monster, go for LGD.
LGD. LGD Gaming. Man. Well, let's take a look at this draft here. We've got the Axe banned out, the PA, the Rubik, Dazzle, and the IO. What are the key heroes? Dusa? Is he gone? They ban out the Anti-Mage.
They ban out Anti-Mage again.
I mean, LGD, if you're going to take the Dusa, you might as well do it now.
They leaving Grimstroke plus Medusa.
Okay.
Mag. They're really confident in the Mag.
Oh, my God. I wonder if this is a cocky move by LG. They're going to give him the entire same draft again and say, take it if you want it. I am positive that's what's going to happen right now.
That would be, let's see, what was the draft? Let's see. We'll see if it's...
It's literally going to be the exact same draft. I'm absolutely sure.
So, if this is true, then we're going to get Beastmaster plus Medusa coming in hot. Right now. We're going to see a Beastmaster slamming out, and then a Medusa. Or just the Medusa.
Flip it around.
So they insta-picked the 2 last time. So maybe they're just, okay, we know we want the Medusa. There's no Anti-Mage. We just beat LGD with this. We love this hero. But maybe the Beastmaster wasn't so great. Maybe there's something better we can pick.
A person that they can send in a 1v1 versus Magnus if they wanted to do an aggro lane too. That's a possibility. Maybe they try and think about somebody that they can get into a lot of like movement early on. They're going to take the Shaman. Apparently that is the more important time. This is the thing. This is the change-up. They know that LGD are going to give them the draft again, and maybe they were anticipating LGD taking that Shaman away, because that was a large part of what made that draft work, I think.
It was, yeah. Basically every pickoff was initiated by the Shaman.
This is my way of saving the fact that I was completely wrong.
No, I think you're right. I think you're actually right. I mean, how many times did we see the Shaman go in, and then they played really well around it as a team. Like when the Shaman went in and gripped, they had the heroes that didn't do damage, like protect from the grip getting interrupted, and then the damage dealers like going and focusing the target. Like they play really well around this Shaman. I think going for it again is very reasonable.
That was banned second phase last time.
That was banned second phase, yes, by Ehome. Ehome didn't want to give them the Terrorblade, so they're gonna take it in the first phase. Terrorblade Mag, excellent combo. You just buff up that base damage coming from the Terrorblade, shreds down buildings. I think one of the few combos that can actually kill a Medusa through her mana shield in the late game, but we have the Shadow Shaman to protect the Medusa. Anything that has stuns, that has reach, that has peel, you're going to be good with the Medusa. You just protect her. 4 staffs as well. If she gets, in a little too over her head, you can just get her out.
Am I crazy? Can you skewer illusions?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. I was wondering
if...
Yeah,
you can for sure skewer illusions.
Because I was thinking it as a way to
Separate.
reveal the TB.
Yeah.
I know I play Mag so rarely.
You used to be able to skewer creeps. There used to be like also a number a maximum number that you could skewer. It's like 4 or 5, something like that.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm thinking about this, and this might be one of those games where Terrorblade could even think about taking the range talent.
Sure.
Like how often have we seen Ame just sort of sit in the back and be able to deal damage in these fights and stay outside of the Stone Gaze range?
Yeah, I see. I mean, I see a decent amount of like North American Terrorblades go 50-50. Depends.
If you do that, though, Medusa could potentially go like something weird like phase boots, and then you can just make sure you get in range for the Stone Gaze.
I don't know. About I hate those items. Those on like a
Yeah,
ranged hero, you know.
It would.
Medusa, you get so much from the treads for Medusa, like a damage
Right.
plus
Uh,
the agi.
I was thinking like as a late game answer to make sure you get the Stone Gaze off. It's sort of weird and funky, but it might be something that we see at another time, or we might never see it again ever. Who knows?
What a blink! You blink in.
Yeah, there you go.
Aha!
That's the way.
Your illusions no longer die to this, but they would have. Got you.
Those did get they still get turned to stone at least.
That's true. That is true. Makes all the Terrorblades look the same. It's like, which one is the real one?
That's the
counter
the
counter.
anti-synergy.
Yeah.
I think that making it so that the Medusa no longer gives everybody spell immunity or magic resistance is pretty relevant here. And well, now you have the ET. This is what I was wondering. Okay, so
Terrorblade countered.
Exactly.
This hero is God tier versus Morphling versus Terrorblade. I'm surprised we didn't see this Elder Titan more in the last patch.
Mm-hmm.
Just because all of these 50 armor heroes were so prevalent.
So this is what I think. Right now, eHome have the late game, I feel like. They just need to make sure they don't get owned in the laning stage. And this is...
Yes.
Let's go.
All right.
Let's go.
I'm surprised you don't ban the Zeus out. Just first picking the Terrorblade. I mean, Yeah, last game they banned it.
They take out the Drow and the Undying.
Oh, no, they didn't ban it.
So this is the worry that I have. Actually, I'm going to take back my claps. That's me taking them back.
Okay.
They no longer exist in the world.
Let's see. I wasn't looking. Okay. You did 3 claps. You did 3 claps. Thank you.
All right. I did one more. I'll bring it back. Back to 0. So I feel like with Medusa, Shadow Shaman, and ET, in a way, you have your answers for the Terrorblade already. So what you need to make sure is that you don't get rolled over in the laning stage. That's the only thing that I'm really concerned about.
I got you. That's a good point.
And that's where maybe I'm a little concerned about the Zeus pick.
You think they're basically like overcommitting to this Terrorblade?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's perfectly fair. I mean, although you could run like an offlane Zeus. That's a common thing in the last patch.
I guess, yeah. With it, or like
if it is too bad, I think your last pick probably doesn't want to just be like a Terrorblade counter as well. You're already set. You want to make sure that you're not getting destroyed in the lanes.
I would have liked something with more control.
Sure.
Like go Void.
Some AoE control.
Yeah, Void
in particular. Yeah.
Like
Void would be great.
I think that the reason they didn't is because now you've got like sort of a heavy commitment just on magical damage with the ET aura, which is also nice.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe a little scary.
Oh yeah, they have just the fact that this hero amplifies physical and magical.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just like perfect with Zeus, perfect with Medusa. I think if you're eHome, you just once again perfectly okay going into the late game. But
yeah,
Dragon Knight plus Terrorblade, very very good at just running down towers in the early game. However, I've played the Zeus versus DK. Zeus is one of the very few heroes who can actually just nuke through DK's defenses. You don't really care. It's like, sure, he gets bracers, but you also get null talismans to make up for the bracers that people get. So
yeah,
it's still pretty good. It's still pretty good, but it's.
But that all gets mitigated as well by ET aura.
Yes, true.
Not the bracer magic resistance, but the base that you have.
Yeah, and if Zeus can get off to like a good lead and get an ether lens, there is very little way that LGD pushes towers right now.
Yeah,
he's gonna clear the waves, and then you have DK tanking, and then Zeus just nukes the DK, and he can't tank it anymore. But a lot of these other heroes, you can just keep tanking, not against Zeus.
Maybe this is like that insurance that they won't just be able to go high ground. Although if I'm LGD right now, you could potentially think about, they would have loved the Shadow Shaman.
Something to jump the Zeus or what?
Either jump the Zeus or I don't think they can really find that with their last pick. Maybe they go they went like a Spirit Breaker or something, but I don't think that provides well enough in the late game.
He can just nuke in the lane and just stop
that MP ban. That's good.
Yes, Nature's Prophet would just teleport behind the Zeus and kill him in the lane.
Yeah.
That's definitely a good ban. Obviously targeted towards LGD in particular. They're like the only team that's still picking Nature's Prophet. So good ban for sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I feel like this draft is now kind of tough for LGD. They needed something like a DP or like something that can like fully commit towards taking those towers. Like how you Monkey King ulti on top of the high ground. I feel like that's how you end games nowadays.
Yeah. It's a lot easier to win games with heroes like that for sure.
Right.
Yeah, Monkey King, Brew Split as well. We've seen be very, very successful.
If you don't have the late game.
Yeah.
Because like right now, I think eHome are going to have the late game.
Yes, it's very hard to not have the late game with Zeus plus Medusa. Zeus is just such a ridiculous hero in the late game. You get that Arc Lightning talent. There are no items that Terrorblade can get. Blink, BKB, doesn't matter. Zeus is so far back, you'll never get him, realistically, if the Zeus itemizes correctly. No matter how many, you can get 6 Scotties. Zeus will clear through all of your illusions. He gets 6 Scotties, he just has percentage damage. Doesn't matter. If you don't go high HP, he just has that raw damage coming from Arc Lightning. Like, he just clears the illusions so easily. And then you have the Medusa as well. That's going to be doing the physical damage in the late game as well.
So here's my worry. I think that eHome, I would like them to see a Faceless Void, but my worry about it would be Lion blowing him up in around the mid game and just like hunting him over and over and over again.
Yeah.
But maybe if he gets like null tallies, that's not as worse. They did the Brewmaster! I was going to say, oh god, I should have fucking said it. I'm so mad right now. I'm so mad. Because I was like, maybe they just switch it up and run a support Magnus.
Yeah.
Or support Brew.
Sure.
Oh, I'm heated. I should have said it. God damn.
It's dive the towers. You're right. I mean, you were right. You kind of said it with
10 seconds.
Is it good
I mean,
enough?
I guess
Do you like it?
Yeah, no, I mean it's literally what you were saying.
Right.
They want to end the game early with the DK and the Terrorblade, but they need some sort of Monkey King ult, some sort of. And then I said, Brewmaster also does that. We've seen the Brew be very successful doing that. I was just thinking, there's no way they go for a Brew. There's Magnus.
Yeah.
But oh shit. Oh, that's a good Timber pick. That's a really good Timber pick. How do you lane this hero right now? Who can you lane against Timber?
It looks like they're gonna go DK.
It's 4 heroes that are hard countered by Timber and then a Lion.
Yo, are eHome going to the major?
Dude,
I don't know. Are they gonna knock LGD out? Are they
shit,
gonna...
dog? This was a great Timbersaw pick actually. Like, way too good.
Beyond Zeus in the off lane. What's happening?
So. Oh, man. Like, there's no lane that you can put. Dragon Knight, melee strength hero, owned by the Timbersaw. Brewmaster, melee strength hero, owned by the Timbersaw. Magnus, melee strength hero, owned by the Timbersaw. Terrorblade, terrible against magical damage. You press the Whirling Death on him. He loses all of his base damage coming from the Metamorphosis. Lion, pretty good against Timbersaw, actually, but there's no other damage. There's no other damage. And Lion just right-clicks in the laning phase.
Yeah.
Timbersaw loves to get right-clicked.
Buy a hood, you're good.
Exactly. You get a hood, you're immortal this game.
Or a holy locket.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. That item still isn't very good.
I think they should take the holy locket and lock it into a dumpster.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, one more game. eHome versus LGD. One of these two teams is in the major. And we potentially, if we see eHome win, would end up having a rematch possibly of OG versus LGD in the minor. But stay tuned because still a lot to come as we hop into this game number 3. That was the worst fucking intro of our life. God, I ended on a high glow. Gee. Well, oh man, what a freaking way to end this. The Timbersaw pick. They're sending again the safe lane Medusa.
God, if they play like they played in the last game,
yeah,
I don't know how they lose with this draft. This was an extreme outdraft, unless there's something I'm seeing from LGD's lineup that is somehow able to kill this Timbersaw. Like, the Timber is such a problem in the early game, and that if they go into the mid-late game, they have Medusa Zeus.
Yeah.
They're also 2, like, Greek, Roman, whatever gods in the same team. How do you lose with that? Zeus and Medusa? Are those 2 separate lores?
No,
Those are the
Medusa
same?
is a Gorgon though, so it's not a god. That's the only difference.
Okay.
But yeah, they are Greek. Well, I don't know if they're actually Greek.
What are the Roman gods?
That would be like Mars and
The planets.
Jupiter,
Saturn,
Saturn, yeah.
Earth,
I don't think Earth was a god.
Moon.
Pretty sure that's not how it goes.
I don't know. Canadian education.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Why, Innocence? Why you do this? Run
Ouch.
away.
Stop hitting me. Stop. Please stop hitting me.
This is Chalice. He's a big guy. He's just going to taunt away, though.
He's a larder.
He's happy as a clam. Does still have...
LGD gets 3 bounties. I mean, that's one good way to start the game. Where's that other bounty? They're going to get 4 bounties.
Faith Beyond in the off lane. He's building towards a bottle. Already has 330 gold. Look at this guy. They shared tangos with him to make sure he got
Bottle
it.
rush.
FY playing this Lion. He's going to have a big game for them. He needs to go big.
God, man, you can tell LGD. They put their try-hard pants on this game. They're taking advantage of this early game. They know that they have stronger side lanes as a result of this Timbersaw pick, so they're trying to get every single last hit, every single deny. Although, trying too hard.
Need to be careful. And meanwhile, top lane as well, FY. Whoo, gets down very low. Try and keep my eyes a little bit more peeled going into the next one. But yes, it does look like needs to be careful. The empowered Lion giving him the punches and also the Medusa. This is what they can expect here as they salve back up, trading regen whenever possible.
They could pull. The pull isn't blocked. The Shaman can just pull back.
The other thing about this, Whirling Death now giving pure damage all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Very effective against the Bracer builds.
Timber just does so much damage to this Radiant lineup at every point in the game.
Terrorblade struggling with this Zeus. You know, what's funny about this is that we were like, okay, they're maybe overcommitting by eHome onto this Terrorblade, but the entire draft of LGD revolves around the Terrorblade.
Yeah.
There's no other threat that was presented with the last picks.
Yes, that's true. Happens that a lot of the Terrorblade counters, like the Timber and the Zeus, also happen to counter DK as well. So, and Magnus, so quite convenient. I love playing Zeus against Terrorblade if you can get some levels in the lane. Once Zeus is level 3, Terrorblade actually has to go jungle because one nuke and he loses 30% of his HP.
Force out the Metamorphosis. Continuing to trade and try and get his ET out of dodge, and it looks like they will be able to do that. Faith Beyond just level 2, but creating some space and denying the Metamorphosed Terrorblade. Are you kidding me? That ain't looking great.
That guy deserves a major slot. Just for that.
So far, the Terrorblade, or rather the Timbersaw, having a good time in lane against the DK. And, oh god, alright, they do take him down.
I think that's okay, though. The Zeus, yeah, he drops a bottle. He's a very, it's a very costly hero to run in the off lane in terms of the regen.
Yeah, passes that
They
one
screwed
over.
up the second bottle charge. Rip.
Skewer back. Medusa. They're going to shackle and pull her
Ooh,
a
that
little bit
pullback.
closer. But she should still be fine with the mana shield working. Does not have enough. Oh, she does have enough for another snake now. So we'll probably send that out in a second and try and refill the mana pool a bit.
Should definitely drop that branch and just get that Tango regen. Yeah, he goes for it once his previous Tango runs out. Because this is a lane you're going to need a lot of regen, and if they can just survive in the top lane, they're going to be doing very, very well, because bot is going to be hugely in the Zeus's favor once he gets some levels, and then mid, of course, Timbersaw favored, especially when he gets some levels in that Whirling Death.
He had the double bracer build queued up, but ended up going for the Soul Ring instead on the Timbersaw.
I think that's good against DK. You wanna use a lot of spells, because you can actually kill DK in lane, so you don't want to just sit there and farm. You want to pressure him. That's why he picked it.
So far, so good. Both teams trading off. And Ame, level 3 versus level 3 of Faith Beyond. They're going to move in with the DDX Nova. They need to be careful here. There's a lot of damage. My goodness. The crit's coming through, and that is why Brewmaster is a good pick.
That's one way to win this lane. Dude, manning up.
ET?
He went for the third point into the aura. He doesn't have any points in stomp. He's just trying to maximize the Zeus's damage in his own, I guess.
Huh. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, if he nukes the Terrorblade.
He needs to make sure the aura is nearby and on its hero well enough. They're moving into position.
This damage is
just gone. That aura, they don't expect it.
It's so goddamn easy to play Zeus against Terrorblade. His HP pool is so low.
And look here. 3 points in reactive, and suddenly the Timbersaw is holding back that Zeus. DK, Jesus. All right, I'm going to take a sip of some drink here to wake up.
Yeah, he can just play behind the tower. That's one good way to make sure that the DK is going to lose this lane. Maybe you can't kill the DK. It's a little hard, but you know, eventually you can kill him, and pressuring behind his tower, he's going to lose a wave of experience to the tower killing the creeps.
Nice mango there by Dusa to live through it.
It's good that they're surviving in this top lane, because this is the lane that is supposed to be winning.
Is under attack.
I'm just going to walk over to the shrine as well as Shadow Shaman trying to live. They break through some of those trees and chasing him down. Why? In trouble. Does have shackles. The TP rotation coming from the Dusa after the shrine. And now trying to live through this one. There's creeps back here with Chalice. And the tower not hitting them means that Medusa has to be a little bit more careful. So it looks like she's going to be skewered away from tower.
My god, he's just trying to protect the siege creep. Doesn't want the Medusa to Mystic Snake though. Is this, do you kill him? I don't feel like you kill him.
He's living. 15 reactive armor stacks, and yeah, Timbersaw. Oh, and he gets a haste run. All right. Cool stuff for him.
Yeah, he's chill. He's okay with this. That's what you want to happen when you're a Timbersaw. You just made space for your Medusa.
Yeah. And Terrorblade in the meantime, farming in the
He has to
jungle.
go jungle, yeah.
And they know it. They know where they're at. A step ahead.
They thought he's faster. He's just like super underfarmed, so he's
The wraparound coming.
not able to be over there. He says, kill this camp first.
They know. They know he's going to be here, and they're waiting for him to round the corner. They only have the 1 point in Ether Shock, though. They hit the stomp? What? Okay.
Doesn't do anything. That means
That's cool, though.
between these two heroes, they can't kill him.
But they're messing with this farm.
They would need the Zeus. I think just the Shaman can stay there and mess with this farm.
Yeah.
Which looks like that's what they're doing. Although Elder Titan's heading over. Oh my god, maybe they kill him now. He's trying to farm the Ancients. Timber's heading over.
Oh my god, they're going to punch him to death. Maybe you leave that one, but yeah, Terrorblade goes down. Invade the jungle.
God, I'm not sure about farming the... Like, you know there's two supports there. You just start farming, like, the things that are going to beat the living shit out of you. That doesn't seem like the play.
In the meantime, this Timbersaw continuing to sort of dominate.
You know, I really like the fact that he actually went 4 points in reactive instead of trying to pressure the DK with the Whirling Death, just because when he has those 4 points in reactive, how do they ever kill him? I feel like getting to that point earlier, even though he's not able to pressure us hard, now he doesn't run the risk of like dying in the early game and losing his snowball. That's not going to happen.
As long as he is not like incredibly out of position.
Yes, yes. This is really smart from him, because usually you'd go for like an extra point in the Whirling Death, but he's not looking to he's looking to be a game threat, not a lane threat in this game. Yeah. He wants to just be the problem.
In the meantime, Zeus does go down again. Actually died in Fountain.
Oh, that's rough. Rotation from the Magnus. Although I think you're okay with the game just being a 1k gold lead at this point for LGD. Like if you're eHome, it's fine that LGD has a 1k gold lead, because you have the vastly superior late game. I think between the Timber, Zeus, and Medusa, the Terrorblade illusions are never going to do anything. You can kill the DK as well. You can kill all of these heroes on the LGD side with just the Timber and the Zeus, and then you have Medusa as well to boot.
Faith Beyond level 5. And Innocence just sitting there with a ward and magic stick. Looks like eHome gonna continue to pressure here mid. There's also a long wraparound coming from X Nova. What's this guy doing? Is he going to get a courier snipe
He's
randomly?
warding, I think.
Oh my god, why do I keep on walking away with shit happening? Alright. The deep ward.
He's just chilling up there, trying to get some farm in the dead lane.
Ooh.
Now this would be a kill.
Radiant's
This would be
middle
a
tower is under attack.
serious kill.
What's the TP situation like? They have it on ET and the Timber Saw. But scary to do that. Looks like Medusa is going to farm a different camp instead. Lion moving over. Only has level 5 though. 2 point up in the Hex, and they do run into the Medusa, able to catch her. Metamorphosis moving into position, and X Nova here. They're all in the jungle.
Where did he come from?
Yeah, that's that'll happen.
Radiant's
That's
middle
that
tower
warding
is
from
under
X Nova.
attack.
Scouting that.
Yeah.
That's some.
Radiant's middle tower has
You know, it's rare that you see the direct effects of good supporting. That there it was. Oh my god, that grip.
Long duration shackles. They move in also with the Timber Saw the lift up onto him. Faith Beyond now out of position. They have the Thunder God's Wrath available, but as he hit the stomp onto these rulings, Faith Beyond needs to dodge and get away. They're going to be able to shackle one. They throw out the Hurl Boulder, and now the lift up onto another. X Nova in a little bit of trouble. Faith Beyond able to walk away on absolutely nothing. Thunder God's Wrath comes out, and this Timber Saw looking to chase him down. Chalice in some trouble.
Oh, nice.
Another
Good.
shackles, another punch, Timber Chain,
Dire's
and
middle
dead.
tower is under attack.
So they do have the Brewmaster Primal split to put up the Timber Saw. That is one solution to him, but it's a support brew, so you can see how they were able to just kite around him like it's like it's nothing. It's not that big of an issue because he can't just blink in and get that
Dire's
huge
middle
split
tower
off. Like it
is
was
under
kind of he had to
attack.
split from behind the trees, run the Brewlings in. It just wasn't a great fight for him, just because he couldn't blink and get on top. Medusa's farming during this whole period, so
We have not seen a D ward though on that.
yeah. They do have Zeus too. They could just run through and D-ward with the lightning bolt. But Zeus appears to want to pressure.
Level 7 rather on FY.
He's huge.
No points in mana drain, even against the Medusa, feeling like he just wants that extra disable that the Hex offers.
Radiant's middle
Timber Saw
tower
too. You
is
can
under
drain
attack.
him. It's a big issue for him.
Stomp. They're going to be able to find the shackles right there. Zeus walking away. FY, I mean, just find the Hex afterwards. They need to
he's
get
so
out
dead.
now. In
Oh,
some trouble.
Zeus is not in range.
God, the punch is coming out though, and well, FY able to walk away again, and now X Nova shows up here also. They're chasing this guy down and possibly going to be able to get him dead. Rolling Death to come out afterwards if they want to, but it looks like they're just going to retreat yet again. And the stomp, maybe that will be enough. Does not connect.
They got a man up like last game, man.
They're doing it.
There's a lot of kill opportunities here that they're kind of missing. I think they're manning up, but maybe not enough. They're a little afraid to die, and like the Zeus could turn around, nuke either of those heroes, and kill both of them.
Is under attack.
You got to trust your team.
Yeah. But at the same time, they do have the Medusa that's...
Terrorblade invades the Medusa jungle. When you see that happen.
Alright, they do end up losing the Shadow Shaman, and now trying to find this kill onto Timber, but won't get him. FY was looking somewhere else and didn't find the Hex. But back behind the tower, again, Timber playing it back.
With the line being so huge at this point, they actually have a small window where Timber is killable. He's not going for a Hood of Defiance, so he can definitely be killed in this game.
Blink on
They see
the
the
Dragon
Medusa.
Knight. He doesn't have his blink though. Oh, and she sees the Dragon Knight. He doesn't have his blink. Oh, what am I talking about? I'm
Dire's
dumb.
middle
I'm dumb,
tower
guys.
is under attack.
She's out of there. I thought that that was the Medusa, but that was the Terrorblade.
He didn't have his blink though. He blinked up high ground.
Yeah.
She saw them. She just
Stomp.
gets spooked.
Shackles.
Dire's bottom
FY
tower is
moving
under
in.
attack.
Pop the DK form, gets the stun onto one. Shadow Shaman's there. Try and interrupt it, but FY already dead as they're still chasing after the Shadow Shaman, but the real fight is over here where they've lifted up the Timber Saw. It looks like the ET also under control. They do eventually kill off that Shadow Shaman, and
Oh my god. Oh, that's not good. The Zeus is such an important hero. I think they know he's there. Oh, they all DC. What?
Okay. Huh.
Goodness. All right. Timber's heading over. So
What's the state of the game right now?
2K gold lead for LGD, but
I mean, they have a stomp here from the ET.
yeah. I think you're good if you're E-home here. The Zeus is yes, he's a little out of position, but
They're pinging him, but they don't actually see him, so they
yeah,
can't
they know
immediately
he's in there.
hurl Boulder.
Timber's heading over though. Like they know they need to protect their Zeus. Like, they're heading over. If they dive for the Zeus, they're gonna get destroyed by Timbersaw. Zeus is okay with that. He's an off-lane Zeus. But yeah, the name of the game in every fight, of course, is to protect that Zeus. He's kind of some of these fights, he's getting gone on. But I'd like to see him pick up like an Ether Lens and maybe a Force Staff, but he's going for the Agnum Scepter.
Yeah.
Just because Zeus, like the base hero is what's good TB, right? It's not the ultimate, the Agnum Scepter ultimate. You just want the arc lightness.
Yeah.
Oh, that Zeus damage with the Timbersaw slow.
This is really nice, and they have also the added damage coming from that ET Aura.
Yeah.
Kill him off, and Medusa still farming away as down bottom the DK showed up, but can't really do much. Chalice still working towards that Blink Dagger, a little ways away from it.
It's hard to get a good Blink initiation against ET
middle
Spirit
tower is under
Zeus.
attack.
If E-home plays the way they played around the Magnus in the last game, this guy's never going to get a single Blink RP just because they played it so well in the last game. Like every single fight you'd see somebody focusing on breaking that Magnus's Blink. Like they totally understand how to play against that hero. But LGD, they understand how to play it as well. They know that's going to be a factor. They know E-home's going to do that, so maybe you try to, play around smokes or Shadow Blade, something like that, so you're not getting scouted and gone on.
Whoa, just switched it up apparently.
Midas. They're going late.
All right.
Okay.
I mean,
sure. I mean, if you think LGD is going to go late game and you can have more items in the late game, you know that as long as you don't go into the late game with like no items whatsoever, you'll probably have superior late game. So, sure, I get it. I'd rather that than the Agnum Scepter. I really don't think that the Ags is super effective in this game for him.
battle around the bounty rooms. They see a couple. X-Nova in a little bit of trouble. They have the ward trap. Oh, good blink away, but it's not going to quite be enough as they have the shackles afterwards, and there's going to be the stun. Now chasing for more, maybe? No? Okay. They're just going to retreat.
They both destroy the Observer wards. We see you. Not for long.
Still working on boots, this guy.
My God. The support life. I think it's gods that would kept saying it, it's the problem. Or was it you with the Shadow Shaman? You get behind in a lane and you just feed. Speaking of feeding.
I think that was gods.
He talks a lot about feeding. I mean, he's an expert, so.
Well, and I'm looking at this now, and it's a 4,000 gold lead all of a sudden for LGD, and they're going to skewer back in this Medusa. They have Stone Gaze available, but not for that much longer, and the Timbersaw lifted up into the air. They don't have an answer for this. They lose the Medusa. Timbersaw's still going to town, and it looks like they're going to just focus on other people. Shadow Shaman's dead now, too. And Timbersaw, after being done, is possibly going to be able to turn this back around a bit more, but
ooh, there's a Terrorblade.
Still chasing for more. They buy back from the Shadow Shaman. Look at how low this Timbersaw has gotten. He needs to get out of the fight, and Y shows up, finds a kill, takes down FY. We'll be able to retreat afterwards.
Good lord.
Round 2 comes in. Oh, and X-Nova almost dies, but Timber not
He only
quite
has
able
9
to find
stacks.
the
I
finish.
think Terrorblade could probably kill him, actually.
But they have the Chakram out, and with the Shackles, that should be enough. They can't quite get
so
the
close.
Sunder off. They wanted to jump in with Chalice to try and interrupt it. Well, they will get a dieback on that Shadow Shaman, but can they kill off any of these other heroes? X-Nova's in the area, and it looks like with DK being back here, they're going to be able to get away.
God, there were so many times where the Timber almost died in that fight. Shadow Shaman almost died right at the start. He actually ends up dying anyway, then buying back, dying again, but these fights are tight, man. Really, really close. Just a matter of like one hit here and one hit there.
I mean, it feels like LGD are making the aggressive moves that they kind of need to end this game.
Yeah. Yeah, it does feel like that. If they can get enough of a gold lead, everything that we've mentioned about the counters and the draft, it doesn't matter because you have gold to dive the Zeus. You have gold to, get a blink on the Panda and throw up the Timbersaw. Like, these items make up for the issues in the draft. It's like in the previous game, they get a 6k gold lead at the start. They hold it out through the whole game. This is E-home, and It does matter eventually. Like, of course, you know, they let them farm. They let them flatline. But the 6K gold lead, it eventually mattered in these fights. So, yeah, 5K gold lead. Maybe the TB can just get a lucky pick on the Zeus with maybe Lion setting up or Magnus or something like that. But see, that's the thing, is that I'm not worried for eHome unless they don't have items. If Zeus has items, there's no way he dies to these heroes.
Right.
But if eHome just have more items than them, what can they do?
Well, they take down that Observer Ward there, and I think controlling the vision is definitely a big part of this. Is FY. Ooh,
oh, that was
good
nice.
play. I don't even know if he saw him
yeah,
right
he sees
there.
with the ward.
Okay, and then the, well, Hex to follow, and the DK DD might have been enough to take that fight, but Zeus scouting for his team.
Damn, DK has a Shadow Blade and a Blink Dagger.
He's farmed.
You know, I like the Shadow Blade for hunting the Medusa and stuff like that, but definitely going for the Blink Dagger is the right choice, even after the Shadow Blade, just because you need somebody to get in the back line on the Zeus or on the Shadow Shaman.
Yeah.
Oh, he went Blink first?
Yeah.
Okay, so he wants the Shadow Blade for hunting and setting up too.
Zeus has his Hand of Midas done. And after the Thunder God's Wrath, LGD looking for a fight again. If they could get this Zeus, it'd be a huge pickoff.
Oh, thank God he's going for Ether Lens. Yeah, that's definitely the choice. I don't mind the Midas either. He has an XP talent, so he's going to get a lot from that.
Yeah.
Did he go for it? Yes, I assume he did. Yeah.
Scanning.
6 armor doesn't do anything. Like, if you get God on Zeus, you're just dead anyway. What's the point at 6 armor? Watch out, I'm going to tank up. You're going to hit me one more time. I'll die.
I mean, hypothetically, since this would be like one of the best games for the armor talent, but it's still not worth it.
Hey, you know, technically, if you can get 25 anyway, the XP gain doesn't do anything when you're 25,
yeah,
so
that's true.
It is the late game talent.
But the wards are going to secure this tower, it looks like, as... Oh, DK, Shadowblade running low. They get the lift up here with the Yule Scepter. Now you got to make a choice for LGD. Do you fight or do you get the hell out of dodge? And looks like they might decide to fight as they've already taken down the Shadow Shaman. And now Timbersaw lifted up in the air.
He has 13 stacks, though. I'm not sure if they... I'm not sure if they kill him. They finger, right?
They're dropping everything. Finger of Death comes out and they do take him down.
They do kill him.
And they've got another.
Drag him back.
AT.
That new Shockwave is so good.
Yeah, definitely. And, well, he is being fully surrounded right now by all of the LGD melee heroes. And eventually they kill off that ET.
Panda was the perfect pick in this game.
Yes.
It's doing so much work in these fights.
What's the answer for Timber? Do you have to go like Lincoln's or like a BKB or what?
Good question, man. I definitely think the Bloodstone is not the correct choice. I think you probably want some sort of, you know, Crimson Guard, Hood, Pipe, maybe even just to protect your team. Play that like, you know, you can throw me up, but that's okay because I'm still going to provide that utility for my team sort of style. Tank up a lot more, get in their face a lot more, force the Panda to split when he doesn't want to split, sort of thing. That's acceptable, but he's going for this build where if he gets thrown up, it's worth it because he's trying to be a damage dealer.
Right. Well, right now, as we can see, win probability favoring LGD, 87%. And FY starting to build up the stacks of the Finger of Death. It feels like there is a path here for LGD for victory.
For sure. Oh, you know why DK went for the Shadow Blade? Silver Edge.
Oh, yeah.
To kill the Timbersaw. They have no answer until the Silver Edge. Then they have the... Well, they have the Panda, too, but they can actually kill him. They have no answer to kill him unless they kill everybody.
Well, the other thing that you can do is just make sure that you're keeping your stacks of reactive pretty high on the Timber, but it's still going to be a tough one.
Yes.
And, well, LGD moving into the Roche pit. How often has this been the deciding factor of these games?
Lyrical, I believe it has been every game. This Roche is so important. And it doesn't look like it's going to be contested.
Radiant structures
Good
are
lord.
fortified.
Free Roshan just taken here by a D. Oh, no, they spot it. Are they going to get here in time, though? Oh, they can't. They can't get there in time.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Double damage. So
Dire's
convenient.
structures are
And
fortified.
power damage. This guy's hitting for 600.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
So what can they get with this Aegis? They have a BKB on the Terrorblade and a BKB on the Dragon Knight.
Part of me kind of wants the Terrorblade to just get a blink BKB. You just blink BKB, kill the Zeus, and throw up the Timber. Medusa's not an issue at this point, but once the Zeus is dead, you can kill the Medusa fairly easily. She's also a hero, you know. You mentioned it in the draft when the Zeus wasn't even picked. Maybe Terrorblade builds like a blinker, some item to just get in there in the fight, you know. So I would like that. Then again, there's, you know, Panda, Magnus, Lion, these heroes, and Dragon Knight. These heroes can all actually just initiate and catch people out. Maybe it's just not necessary this game. You have enough blinks.
Yeah. Well, we do have the Aether Lens done on the Zeus. He is definitely a damage dealer at this point, as is the Timbersaw, but they need to make sure that they can keep him alive in these fights. That's the tough issue.
Yeah. Whenever there's like a Zeus or a Tinker on either of the teams, especially when you have an illusion hero, the entire game is just based around getting on top of that hero.
Right.
If the Zeus is out of position for a second, they're going to kill him. If you put yourself out of position to a Zeus lineup for a second, he's going to turn the entire fight on you. It's a narcissistic role to play in a game. I personally love playing Zeus. I don't know if that makes me a narcissist, but quite the hero for making the whole game about yourself.
That's true. All right, Medusa, looks like she is going to be going for the Manta. I mean, there's a couple of different heroes that are really valuable to just throw up into the air.
Yeah.
Beyond gets the D ward here. That might be one of them as Medusa gets more and more.
Actually, if they can kill the Timber with the Silver Edge pickup, and then throw the Medusa in the air and just focus the Zeus, I think that's such a solid way to take fights.
I think it's still very hard to go high ground though for LGD.
Yeah, into Titan plus Zeus plus Timber, Chakram as well. Even the Shadow Shaman has ways of clearing waves. I think he probably has... Actually, no. Who am I kidding? He does not have any items in Shadow Shaman. I'm not even going to say that. This guy, he's got a bracer.
He's hanging out. But again, E-Home clearing through these creep waves. They do decide to go for the Bloodstone on Timbersaw.
He finally has it. That's good.
And in the meantime, the pressure for the Tier 2 tower in the top lane.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
TP back because they know they need to defend if LGD decide to go high grounds. But in the meantime, this Timber just farms up, heads back home, good to go.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
He heals up, has full mana. The Shadow Shaman is not here, but is pressuring along the top side and has wards available to either pressure for the Tier 2 or Tier 1, depending on how they want this to go.
I'm not sure if you...
Radiant's
I guess...
under attack.
Oh, they're gonna try to find him.
They do find him, and well, that's gonna be a Finger of Death kill, most likely.
Steal that kill. Steal that. You know you want to steal. Yeah, there you go.
There it is.
There you go.
FY takes it.
Buys the Aether Lens. I'm gonna be fingering from so far away with this item.
How long do we have in this Aegis? 2.5 minutes. I mean, can they get anything else going high ground at all here, or what do you think?
You know, it appears they have like the same read as you, where it's just so hard to push high ground. They all just TP back to kill a goddamn Shadow Shaman.
Yeah.
But when it's so hard to push high ground, you know, you'll take anything off the map that's not just pushing high ground.
Link for Faith Beyond, going for the Veil next.
I like that. I think we saw Zeus against Terrorblade. I think second day of the qualifier, something like that.
Yeah.
Go for the Veil last item against Terrorblade, like super late game.
Yeah.
Obviously, this item is excellent in the early game as well. Lots of people pick up early Veil, but it's such a value item on Zeus, especially against these illusion heroes, that people even go for it last.
Right.
He's just being.
They RP the
They're
Medusa
actually gonna try to kill him.
and pull him back in. This is Medusa
Yeah, no
down to
mana.
no HP, no mana, done and dusted. They do kill off the Lion, but also going to get the lift up onto the ET, and well, now Timbersaw trying to do what he can. The BKB comes out, and it looks like the charge forward for more. They're again just ignoring this Timbersaw, and Shadow Shaman doesn't have any way to stay alive in this fight at all. Good blink away there from
man.
Faith Beyond, able to live through it, and well, the Timbersaw is also living. has to use the active from the Bloodstone to heal back up afterwards, and now they're going to try and clear through all of the illusions and the Metamorph's Timbersaw. Do have buyback on the Medusa, but don't want to have to use it here if you can avoid
He
it.
tries to get the Zeus.
Would have been a nice catch, but now he's a bit far forward and needs to be careful. But the tier 3 is already down. The Stomp's not going to connect. They're still trying to stick around and take down the first lane of barracks. LGD fully committing for this one, and there's going to be the skewer back, but the Eul Scepter lift up. Nicely played there to interrupt it, and Chalice now a bit too far forward, but they got what they came for. The first lane of Rax.
Not easy to do versus a Zeus.
Oh, wait, is Terrorblade okay? Ah, yeah, he's fine. Probably. Maybe. Oh my god, look at him run.
That Panda. With the Tranquil Boots. It's very quick.
Yeah.
He almost has the blink too. That'll help a lot. This hero has been super effective even without the blink. So I love the blink pickup on the Zeus, by the way. Just the fact that all he needs to care about is surviving in this game. And I think even a 4-staff isn't enough repositioning. It's a lot higher skill cap and harder to play with this blink dagger. And if you do get caught out, you're just screwed anyway. Like there's no forcing out, but it gives him a lot more potential for just playing the positioning game in these fights.
And eHome feeling like they need to make a move right now. Are going to
Carefully,
run
does
into
it double
Ame.
damage?
They got him caught. There's nobody else here. He has to have the BKB though, and now FY gets the blink forward, finds the Hex. There's going to be the turnaround as well with the Reflection, but they will kill off the Lion in exchange for the Shadow Shaman. And now trying to find more. Oh, the stun, the Timbersaw. Is he too far forward? They get the RP and pull back in the Medusa, but the Stone Gaze, it keeps him alive. The skewer forward, but they're able to take the fight. That's a huge win for them, and now trying to run down the DK. They get the lift up there as well. All the regen coming from the Timbersaw, and they're going to kill off that DK. Great play as LGD lose 4 and possibly 5. What have they done?
These are all Bloodstone charges too for the Timber. He's level 21 on Timbersaw.
He is out of control. A triple kill for ASD. And immediately going to TP back to deal with the wave.
Oh, God.
Look at that swing.
That is super game winning. I mean, these lanes of Rax do not matter when you have Zeus, Timbersaw, Medusa. Every single one of these heroes, all of their spells clear waves. Like, they don't care if the creeps have 1,000 HP or 100 HP. They're going to kill them. They're all AoE scaling damage heroes. There's no issue with the wave being pushed in, especially I believe they picked up Boots of Travel on Boots of Travel coming up next on the Timbersaw, so he's going to be able to deal with this lane very, very easily. Oh boy, if you're LGD, I'd be sweating right now. Like this is the reason this has looked so good for them is because they're applying pressure early, but they don't win this in the late game.
Yeah. And feeling like we're getting closer and closer to that late game scenario. This guy has 2 bracers now. Look out.
Yeah. Late game Shaman coming in hot.
I mean, you do have other things that are starting to get put together.
They
like,
do.
Like the GPM talent for the Lion, which is a way to sort of mitigate that late game problem. But it does look like right now, LGD, are they trying to take a fight? They scout out the
that
smoke.
is such a nice Zeus
Jeez.
ulti. Oh, it's so convenient to have that hero on your team in a situation like this.
Oh, and look at Innocence down here. He can't do anything to Ame, though.
Oh, if
surely.
he could cancel that TP, that'd be so sick, but he doesn't see it.
Well,
LGD
Roche,
just positioning around Roche, yeah, that's the next objective.
15 seconds till it's capable of respawning. Top lane, uh-oh. Timber,
Only
in
8.
some trouble.
He has only 8.
Getting his
Stacks.
Manus. Roll in, and, oh, it does have the jump away.
has a Bloodstone,
oh,
right?
God.
Oh, no, he can't.
Oh, it's 1 second away.
By my horns.
And FY gets some more damage onto his finger.
Don't mind if I do. I'll take that last hit.
So right now he's got 250 bonus damage, which means he's dealing 1,000, just under. It's pretty good.
Yeah. Did he go? He didn't go for the damage talent. He went for the GPM.
Yeah.
That's probably pretty reasonable in this game. He knows it's going to go late. That'll be
Maybe an Ags eventually.
Yep. Ags will be pretty legit. Cooldown reduction mainly.
Yeah.
Damage.
Well, with the Magnus also?
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. Good point. Good point.
That could be cool.
Yeah, that could definitely be cool.
Chalice looking for the RP, speaking of which.
I could get the Zeus.
They're thinking about it. They really want it.
Dire's
Scary
middle
stuff.
barracks
Pop
are
the
under
ulti
attack.
and gonna go to town
Dire's
on this
structures
tower.
are
Faith
Oh, you
Beyond
blinked
slows
in,
it.
man. Oh god, if the Magnus was, if he was in position.
And this is what makes it so tough, just to go at high ground. So DK takes the armor and regen talent.
Definitely good against the Zeus Medusa. It's like lots of damage over time. You know, just being able to heal through it is super effective, and Medusa also physical damage. Armor great against her.
CDR on the Zeus. They scan out that Roche is being taken, and just like that, LGDF to back.
CDR is 100% the play against Terrorblade. I'm so sick of seeing people go for the stun duration against Terrorblade. It's like this. The reason you pick Zeus against Terrorblade is for Zeus's base hero. Like you want to use the Arc Lightning as much as possible to clear those Terrorblade illusions. This is why he went for the Veil of Discord as well. Like, sure, he's going for the Aghanims now, but that's because he has these other items to deal with the Terrorblade. You don't need anything else in the late game other than these items, as long as he's staying alive.
Well, and this is the thing, too, is like after the nerf that it no longer counts the CDR and that stuff, too, for the Nimbus. It's like, it feels like it's even less value than it was before. And
The stun duration?
yeah.
Yeah, because you get an Octarine core, and it's not, like, perma-stunning people.
Right.
That's why the Ags is just a little less value as well. He did go for the cooldown reduction, right? I'm not just shit-talking the
No, he
the
did,
building
yeah.
one. Okay, thank God.
No, you're
Thank
good.
God.
I
I like this. I mean, I really like this. Like, when you pick it to counter the TB, it's like the specific purpose is just for the Arc. You pick this here for the Arc Lightning.
Walking in. They have just used the Stomp. Need to be careful. They find themselves one, the RP to pull back as well. Yule Scepter. Can they keep the Shadow Shaman alive? No, but he's not the important hero. It's the Zeus. And also the Medusa, who's actually dead. They have buyback on her, but you hate to have to use it right here. A good sleep. And it looks like the Timber is going to be able to escape. Also, Faith Beyond
my
TPing
God.
out. Oh, God! Oh, my goodness.
He is like the only important hero in this game, so he's done a really good job so far not getting gone on. He's been positioning really nicely. Unfortunately, not doing that much damage in these fights. But
Timber has 25 stacks. He's going in. Come at me. He has a Yule Scepter still, the active from the Bloodstone as well. He uses it right now, and now able to turn this one back around. Brewmaster control for the moment. Can they kill him off in time with the Hex? Yes! They take him down. The BKB is gone as well. They're going to buy back on the Brew. This is all fighting without the Medusa, but they want to make sure that LGD cannot take that Roche and get a free pass towards high ground.
yeah, there's no BKBs, so they can hold this out until the Medusa is alive, I think.
And Brew doesn't have split.
Yeah. It's so smart that they're contesting this Roche. They know this is like one of LGD's final. I know they have a 9k gold lead, 8k gold lead, but it's one of their like final hurrahs to just end the game. Because if they get this Aegis, then they don't need to give a damn about the Zeus. You just run in. Zeus has to reveal himself to kill the Aegis. You kill the Zeus, you take the high ground, win the game. You don't have that option if you can't get this Roche. And I think the later and later the game this goes, eHome is perfectly happy.
Terrorblade picking up the Daedalus again.
Yeah, he was. I think he had that for the last fight. I think I saw him crit the Timber for a good amount of damage. Both teams so scared.
I know.
Money changes.
They don't want to lose this, man.
I know.
This is the final game. The final game.
It
The
all comes down to this, man.
entire Asia qualifiers. Southeast Asia, China. Although I think there's seeding games after this, but
Oh, it's happening concurrently.
Oh, it's
They should
happening
already
now,
be over.
yeah.
Yeah, because it was just a best of one. So X-Nova here did buy back in that last fight. He is the only hero that is buyback on cooldown. A couple others. Oh, excuse me, Shaman. So if you're able to take out that Brew at the start of the fight, possibly an avenue to get Roshan for eHome.
yep. Aghanims on Zeus.
All right, Thunder God's Wrath. They immediately move towards the pit now. LGD wanting to take it down. They throw out the Chakram. Realize what's happening. There's the Roche as well. Need to get into position. They have the Nimbus down. It's immediately going to be killed off afterwards. With the Stomp, it's on to 2. Where's the follow-up? They don't have any yet. They know that Chalice is waiting there on the low ground and ready to go in with the RP available, and they're going to pop the Brew Split also. Catching on to him. Roche still very low, but looks like with the BKB out, Medusa is perfectly
They're
fine.
killing the Pandas.
The
He's
Panda's
gonna die.
Dead.
He's no buyback.
gone. No buyback on the Panda, but they get the Aegis. Oh, man. Big moment right there. And now catching this Magnus as well. Chalice pulls back in 1. Are they going to be able to kill off this Timbersaw? He misses his chain, but I don't think it matters. He's still surviving through all of this. Very strange situation. Aegis is still there for the Terrorblade, and you might think about taking this fight, although they need to be careful. The jump in the finger, they kill off the Timber, and now they pull back in yet another, but it is only that Shaman. So still living through this. It looks like eHome are going to be forced to back with no buyback on Shaman and no Timber Saw for 90.
Zeus has no mana too.
They're going to retreat.
This is one of the issues with picking Zeus off lane. I really love the hero. Love playing it, love seeing it. Think it's really good in this draft, but they have no way to just go into fights other than Timber running in and getting himself killed. Like, they have no Magnus, they have no Axe, they have no initiation whatsoever, other than the Shaman who's feeding in every single fight. He can't do anything.
Yeah. Well, and it makes you wonder too, like, so often we've been seeing these like ET and Void combinations or something like that. It would mean that you don't have either the Zeus or the Timber Saw, but it's why we've seen it be so often the combination.
Yeah. Gives you a lot of jump. You always have a chance to start a fight if it looks good, but there's no way the eHome can just go in and get a good fight. There's no instant initiation.
Yeah.
It's like the Shaman, it's single target, but it's also your 5-roll hero who has 2,000 gold at 37 minutes. He's not going to be able to do anything.
Lincoln's.
No shade thrown at him. It's just he's a 5. It's just the nature of the game.
Yep.
In this current meta.
And Medusa gets towards the Lincoln Sphere, so doesn't have to worry as much about Sunder, although she already had the BKB. And Lion now, 6 Finger of Death kills. Also has the 500 health talent, so he's living through these fights.
Now he's got max finger 2, so it's up every 40 seconds.
A lot of damage.
Yep.
And Terrorblade, Butterfly now on top of everything else that he's been doing, and they're going to take down the last shrine.
Nice safe play.
It feels like if eHome are going to win this, they need to go significantly later still.
Yes, they need that Zeus 25.
Yeah.
That is the most important thing in this game right now for them. And he almost has it because of that Midas. Cooldown reduction as well with the Midas. I just realized this is his play. He's just trying to get to that 25 as soon as humanly possible. Yeah. Everything is just built towards the late game for eHome.
They need more save, it feels like. The save coming from the ET takes too long, and heroes just die before that. Maybe even just Aeon Disc. Something like that to make sure that people don't get bursted.
Yeah.
And on the other side, LGD, what do they need to do to sort of end this game off? How do you finish this one?
Anytime you can pick off these support heroes, it's going to be super effective. Like, you can see that without the Shaman, without the Zeus, the Timber Saw will just die. Medusa hasn't been effective at all this game. I guess that's one thing that we're not entirely considering is the fact that at some point this Medusa can get a rapier.
Right.
And things will look a lot different if she has that. Although, maybe not, because she has been kind of just dying in these fights. Like the Terrorblade Magnus, they actually just have enough damage to kill the Medusa through the mana shield.
Right.
I think if you're LGD, you should look to keep taking good fights. Just keep killing the Shaman, keep killing the Zeus if you can get on him. But I really like that they're abusing the fact that the Shaman is super effective, but has no gold whatsoever. So like, it's just such an easy kill, and if they leave him alive, he's going to do a lot.
Man, look at how farmed Maybe is. Bloodthorn done now.
Yeah, he's huge.
So the damage is definitely there from the physical department, and eHome need to come up with answers for it. As
Poor Shaman. Although, Lion,
oh, okay.
damn, that's a solo kill for the Zeus. The Zeus probably got level 25 for that.
Let's see.
Yep.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, that's huge. That's absolutely huge.
All right, Arc Lightning damage.
Or he's going for a Ethereal Blade next.
Okay.
I like it. You could even sell the Midas. Pick
That's
up the Ethereal Blade a little earlier.
Good throwing it on like the Timber
Sure.
in the fights.
Yeah, you said it, man. They need more save, and he's building it. He can also use that aggressively as well
Right.
to just burst the Terrorblade before he gets the Sunder off. Yeah, they have options with this Ethereal Blade coming out in the 25 Zeus.
It is still a 20,000 net worth lead, and the items that you've got on LGD are starting to feel more and more difficult to deal with.
It is, but the DK and the Terrorblade are getting slotted. Like you can see, he's a Dragon Lance in his backpack.
Yeah.
It's just 2,000 net worth, just doing nothing. 1,600 gold that he's got doing nothing. He's actually going for a Moonshard next.
Oh my god.
I think the cheese also counts as net worth as well. It's like 1,000 net worth.
Okay. Dragon Knight, level 25, 40 strength. He has, what is this? Only 60 or 36% magic resist. Yeah, they're going to take a lot of damage from Faithion in this game.
Yep. Tense.
Very much so. And Medusa getting towards her level 25 also. Y has the Serpent Wards up very soon. Although it's very hard to kill X-Nova.
Yeah, even with the Zeus, he's got Hood of Defiance, I think, and probably Magic Resist Talent on Panda.
Oh, the jump in, wanting to find one, and it's on the Zeus. He's trying to live, but might end up going down to the Soul Burn and the right clicks. They get the kill. Big moment. eHome need to get the heck out of here. And they have that Lotus Orb, the lift up onto one. Ame pops the Metamorphosis. They buy back on the Zeus. They need to get the ET into this fight as well. He's going to buy back, trying to catch Ame out of position now. They need to get something from these buybacks. And LGD realize that they're just going to retreat. Call it good for the moment. And the sleep, okay. Maybe something? I can't do it.
Did he go for the range? I think he did go for the range.
On what?
On Terrorblade.
Yes, he did.
He did. And with if he can put the Dragon Lance where his boots are, maybe just siege high ground from 2,000 feet away.
It's definitely a possibility.
Hey man, counter to the Zeus, you just outrange him.
And as you said, this game will go on for a while, but not if buybacks are expended and used up. The Zeus right now is such a huge portion of their damage and gets caught out of position there by the Shadow Blade coming from the DK.
That was the first time that we've seen Zeus get picked off in this game, really.
There's no way to dispel or get away, really.
Yeah, he's just got the blink. That's what I was saying about like this blink build. Oh god.
They lose the Timber, and one by one, they catch the RP also, put him all the way back in. Now, Medusa, if you go down right here, this game is going to fall completely out of control. The Stomp, not enough to save her life. No more Shaman. They're going to need to buy back on Deuce at the very least. And eHome in a terrible position as LGD have caught them out again. And you just wonder, what were they doing down there?
They were just distracted by their Timber getting caught out, man. That's it. It's just distracted. You know, fight starts and you just reveal your position because you start focusing on everything else that's happening and you just forget your position. All of a sudden, boom, you're standing right on top of the Shaman, which is... He's like a prime cut of meat for this LGD team. They're just eating him every single time he's feeding. Or they're feeding off of him, I should say.
They give the Medusa the Tome, and we'll see if that's going to be enough to get her over the edge to the 25.
Oh, good lord. They're so close to just winning this game, going to the major.
Money changes.
Need a little more buybacks at this point. None.
Yeah, they are one team fight away from going to the major if you're LGD.
And LGD just going to play it safe here. Make sure not to give away anything. Get buybacks on all their cores. Then head down the mid lane. I think once they get one set of racks, they'll have buyback on everybody. And eHome need to come up with some answers, because if Terrorblade just walks in and pops Metamorphosis, Timbersaw is going to push out that bottom lane.
I think he could even just put the Dragon Lance where his boots are and hit from really far away, and they can siege. But maybe waiting for the next Roche just because. What's the timer on it? It's not up very soon, is it?
30
Oh,
seconds.
it will respawn in 30 seconds. Okay, so it is up. So
Refreshers
that is certainly the play. Probably Moonshard next. Maybe actually Refresher, just so he can siege both of these barracks. They're on opposite sides, so it would be nice to have the Refresher.
He's got them both queued up, Refresher and Moonshard. See which one he wants to go for first. But this is that point again where eHome, they're so close also that they can taste it, and they're not really making moves over the past while. They have not been heading out around the map and making smoke moves
Yeah,
happen.
that's the thing is that they don't have any way to make moves other than the Shaman, who is having a really rough game. It's just they just need to hope that LGD overcommit to pushing high ground and that the Zeus is able to whittle away at them with his absurd amounts of damage, and that eventually they get a couple of kills, maybe push, lead into buybacks, and then kill them and end the game. Just go down mid with the Medusa. Maybe even get a Rapier on this hero.
Yeah.
Is she going for it?
It's
No.
like Maelstrom is still the caller, Mjolnir rather. But it does feel like, you look at this Medusa and just not super tanky right here. 1800 HP, 1800 mana.
So what level 25 talents do we have to work with?
Roshan has fallen.
Medusa, what does she get?
She got the split shot
She gets a
modifiers.
Alright, split shot. Doesn't really have modifiers to utilize right now. That's what's
Timber
going
took the Whirling Death attribute reduction.
I think that's good against this lineup. Zeus, of course, the arc lightning damage.
And Lion about to get to 25 as well.
It's
The AoE hex.
AoE hex, yeah. That's going to be...
Mag. Reverse polarity stun could be good, but the damage cleave is also amazing.
With Terrorblade, the Empower.
We do have
Not even-
Mags on Timber.
It's good damage.
Definitely.
Good for holding high ground. I mean,
Dyer's
that's all we're
top
hoping to
tower
do in this
is under
game.
attack.
Yeah.
Did he... Yeah, he's just... The Terrorblade just super far away
Dyer's top tower
with this
is
talent.
To burst through him. Nimbus comes out, but only to slow down the push. Timbersaw throws out the Chakrams. Not quite going to connect, but that's still fine. Again, Magnus is going to be looking for some solid initiation. Has triple RP.
Triple skewer, too.
All right, let's see if he can make some magic happen.
This guy's pulling them to the fountain.
Do they see it? Do they see him? Chalice looking for the opening. They pop the Metamorphosis. BKB out as well. There's the RP catching back onto 2. Chalice has another round of it if he wants to go. The second RP, they are dead. There's nothing you can do there at all. Both heroes gone. 2 minutes, and Ame able to heal back up afterwards with the
GG.
Satanic.
That's it. You're
And
done.
LGD with a dominant game number 3 are looking to finish this one off. FY celebrating and dancing in the fountain as they win 42,000 net worth, 48 minutes. They're still one of the best teams in the world.
LGD victory.
They
Dyer's
are
middle
going to the
tower
major.
is under
All
attack.
right.
I mean, as expected, but
Yeah.
shout outs to eHome for giving them a run for their money in the second game. Third game, I would say that given that draft, LGD was kind of destroying that game.
Yes.
I really think that eHome had a good draft, but you could tell that LGD put their tryhard pants on. They did not want to be out of this major because of a couple of screwed up, ridiculous games where they kind of looked shaky. They really put their tryhard pants on. You could just tell from the lanes, like they were trying to optimize and get everything that they could. They were not screwing around. And of course, wipe the floor with eHome.
Very impressive stuff. Yeah, I think that going into this one, LG did look beatable though, and we'll need to get to boot camping probably if they want to make as much of an impact in this tournament as they have in previous tournaments.
Maybe some like sports psychology stuff would
There you
help
go.
too. Not trying to flame, but
It was rough.
it's been so black or white with them.
Yeah.
And when it's white, like, well, I don't, whichever color's the better one. I don't know. I'm not gonna get into that conversation.
It's been a long night, ladies and gentlemen.
I know.
Way to throw. We're right at the touchdown. We're ready to hit it. We've called it all good, and then Jenkins is like, I'm gonna fumble.
We've
backwards.
avoided this subject
I'm gonna throw the game
for
away.
so long.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for us here in the Southeast Asian and China region. It is, of course, going to be Aster, Vici, and LGD that all qualify for the major. eHome are going to have to take their chances in the minor qualifiers.
Kind of the expected.
Yeah, I would say
outcome.
so.
But it was a hell of a ride.
Definitely.
That's for sure.
And we are still going to continue the coverage. Europe is going to continue on. And then, of course, later on today from the LA studios, North America is going to finish up also. So be sure to stick around and keep on watching all the stuff. But from Jenkins, myself, all the folks over there that are standing in the corner that you can't see, and Gods, who's on a plane to Australia, thank you for joining us. Jenkins, any final words?
Oh, that was an insane day.
Yeah.
Sucks the gods left for this one, because this was probably the most insane day of Dota that we've seen.
I would agree.
It would have been more insane if eHome had won, but
That would have been nuts.
I think this was the expected result.
Yeah. Well, again, thank you all for joining us so much, and we will see you guys next time. We'll see you in a couple of hours with more from the North American region. Have a good one and enjoy Europe. See you guys later.
Ah, ha, 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 ha. As Lacoste was up, I took the spot, the best spot on the couch. He's making food right now, and he missed out. Welcome back. We're going to have a slight delay before we come back live as the lobby needed to be rehosted. We had some infiltrators and had to change the password, but we'll be back in business momentarily. I'm Kyle. To my left, not paying attention, is Owen. OD Pixel Davies.
Hello, everybody. Don't do that. Why are you burping? That's rude. This is a professional
I
environment.
put the mic away. It was fine. No one heard that. Hey, Lacoste.
Hello, Kyle. Make some space for me.
No, it's fine. Oh, here. How about this? Here, give me your pillow. Come here. There you go.
And I'm going to lean on
Lean
you.
on back. Lean on
Oh,
back.
yeah.
There
This
you
is
go.
so comfy.
Perfect. Does that work for you?
Yeah, it's great.
Okay, cool.
Even though you stole my spot, I stole your 50 euros. I'm not mad.
You're on mainstream. Shout out. Shout out to the mainstream.
Oh, well, welcome. This is why they pay us the big bucks, okay? We don't entertain just with our words, but also with our noises. I got nothing else.
Let's
do they
make
pay
some
us?
noise for Chimp Party.
No, that comes later. Don't spoil it. The mainstream might not understand.
They may
Chimp
never have
Party.
heard of
What?
Chimp Party.
Didn't we play
We played
Chimp
it
Party
quite
on
a lot.
mainstream?
Yeah, but
We did.
that was later
But
at
we got
night.
new viewers.
Yeah,
They may not understand the magic of the Chimp Party.
yeah. I still don't. I've only how many championships do you have, Owen?
I have
3?
No, I think just 2. Did I get
Oh.
a third?
I've got 2.
I think I
Interesting.
have 2 as well.
Yeah, I think Lacoste got 2 championship titles.
What do you mean, no?
Uh,
I mean, we can watch the
Was the
replays.
Check the VODs.
Yeah.
So,
We're
game
waiting
1
on
in
the
the
draft.
books. Game 1 in the books. Felt like Alliance had that easier to execute lineup. I don't really like TFT with the Kunkka.
You don't
No,
like
I said
TFT
cool.
period or
Well, I'm not going to touch that. I think that they need a simpler game plan, and I think
Yeah.
Chessie needs to be playing Spellcaster.
But you
mid-type
played
heroes.
with Chessie, right?
Yeah.
For how long? About-
In Han, about 2 years, 3
Yeah.
years. In Dota, about 2 years.
And what do you think his sort of best strengths are as a player?
Stabbing his friend in the back. Nah, I'm just kidding. I think he's best at these, I don't want to say simpler heroes, but stuff like Lena. He had a pretty
well,
good
the Han
quap.
heroes, right? Like,
Yeah,
that's
like
Han
pretty much
heroes.
the Han heroes.
Yeah.
I don't like him as much on the Mag Kunkka types that are like not really 2s, but more like 2.5s. And you always have that question of like, okay, do I build this as like a frontliner sustain item for my squad, or do I go like some Armlet Shadowblade BKB and try and take over and deal the damage myself? His decision making in the mid to late game is quite poor. but the way he presses his buttons, his laning, and if the game
Who
is
are we
simple for him to
talking about?
read, he's very good.
Yeah.
Who?
Jesse.
Jesse.
What's his attitude like inside the game? Is he good at keeping positive? Does he get tilted?
Does he talk a lot?
No.
He talks when he understands the game state, which is why I think TFT has got to simplify what they're trying to do.
Because otherwise he doesn't talk.
Yeah, that's I would say like what his big weakness would be is like, and really just the entire lineup of TFT. We saw this at the minor. We saw this at what was the LAN they just played? They were Dream League too, weren't they? Yeah, that was the minor. They made some crazy bad decision making. There was this one fight around Third Roche where they took a fight near the pit and they just got wiped. And it was a fight. It felt like half the heroes didn't even cast their spells. It was just awkward. I obviously don't want to drone on about too much because the viewers probably don't remember it, but it was bad.
Oh,
and
the
they
viewers
effectively
remember
just
everything.
threw the game. And that's
Never
what you
did.
got to avoid, which is why, make it easy. Look at Alliance. Luna DK. That's been scripted. That is the James Bond of Dota, okay? We all have read the books. We've seen the movies. We've changed
I don't think we've
the
read
cast
James Bond
15
books.
times.
No one's read the book.
No, nobody's read the books.
Oh.
People just watch the movies.
Oh, well, you
Go
get my
watch the-
point. Everyone
watch
knows
the
it even though they
pictures.
didn't read the books. You don't need to read the script or study the strategy to know how to play Luna DK.
Yeah,
That's
it's
what I'm
easy to
saying.
play.
Yeah.
Exactly. I think TFT a bit complicating things with their kind of a lineup, and they need to play something more simple.
Yeah, even just the Underlord, right? We've seen the best teams like, Newbie made that hero a must ban against them because they were so good at effectively using the Uber to abuse map control. Did they use it once in that game, with the exception of one time where
trying
they
for the split.
5-man got out, but they'd already lost the game effectively?
No, I think. As I say, we know how Alliance wants to play. It's just a question of whether TFT's
I like this
realized
new alliance.
how they want to play.
I just don't
wanna
want
stop
them
it.
to go back to some kind of Shadow Fiend
They won't do
strats.
that.
No
I think they
Shadow
lost
Fiend.
every single
never
game
No
they
more
picked.
They're
Shadow
never
Fiend.
picking Shadow Fiend again, I'm sure.
But if you know how Alliance is going to play, are you going to play against what they're going to play, or are you going to continue finding your own thing?
I mean,
Because I feel like that's what TFT hasn't done yet.
Well,
What's their own thing that
their
everybody's
own
worrying
thing
about?
is this like PA Kunka stuff, Chessie Kunka, Frost PA, like that is the TFT sort of way they like to play. It's just it's not going to cut it against these beefy heroes that, the Kunka gets his few items at the start, but it doesn't matter because he's not going to actually be able to kill anybody.
What happened to Lina? You mentioned Lina, Kyle. I still
Yeah.
feel this hero has been underpicked. It's still viable. And
Yeah.
once she gets an Aghanim Scepter, she can just erase one of the core
Yeah.
heroes.
I feel like she was replaced in a couple ways because one, as a support, she fell off. The supports with Hex mechanics have skyrocketed in value, and Lina obviously just the stun. In addition, there's a lot of mid matchups that you can be abused in. Plus, strength heroes now get magic resist. A lot of it.
that's
a lot
true.
of it. And the Lina numbers will really not change. I think it's part of the reason we don't see nearly as many int spellcasters just in Dota right now. Every strength hero has got a bonus 15% magic resist once the mid game gets late. Back to you, Owen.
Back to you, Warren.
Lacoste. Well, we're just waiting for this game. What's going on, JJ? Why is it taking so long?
We are waiting for the Russian casters.
Come on, boys. Get in the lobby.
Because lobby was remade and they didn't get in, right?
Okay. Yeah, because they had to remake it. I guess.
Yeah.
Give them the password, JJ.
Do they have the password?
Oh, here they come.
Are they in?
Okay.
One is in.
One is in.
Wow, Lacoste got the deets. I thought you were complaining that you can't see it well, but you can.
Maybe it's this TV. I can't see properly on this TV. I actually woke up with a headache. I think
Oh.
it could be a TV. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're getting rid of this TV.
Are you drinking enough water, Lacoste?
I am.
Okay,
I'm
good.
not.
All right, I'm gonna
I'm
go drink some
definitely not.
water.
All right, Lacoste is going to drink some water. Don't worry, guys. Dehydration is actually a very common problem against people playing computer games. And a result of that is, especially in guys, it's often kidney stones. And that is apparently as painful as
Is
it can get. So
li-
drink water, guys.
literally-
Right now, You don't care about these first 3 bans of the teams. So right now, get up, get yourself a glass or a bottle of water so you're settled in for the game to come.
Drink
It
more
is also-
water, lose less MMR.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Women have gone on record to say that kidney stones were more painful to pass than the children that
No,
they
that
had
is
birthed.
definitely not.
Yeah, but it's nowhere near
No.
close getting kicked in your balls. Like
No,
this is beyond everything.
No, kidney stones definitely worse.
All
No,
right.
I don't think
So
It is
apparently,
I don't think so.
giving birth is 5 times kick in the nuts.
What,
That's what I
what
heard.
kind of stats are that, Jeeves? That came
I mean,
right.
whoa, wait. You probably heard women saying, "I want to have another kid," but you never heard a man say, "I want to get kicked
That
in
is
the nuts."
very true. That
Again.
argument is dead. Yeah. There we go.
Preach!
There we
Definitely
go.
not comparable. Thank you very much.
That you can't argue
can't
with that
argue
logic.
with
Can't
that.
argue with
You can't
logic.
argue with that
That's
logic.
not facts.
Yes, I can, but I won't because.
Dire team ban.
So,
So-
the bands. We're
Man-
back. Hey, can I do a quick little intro?
No. What do you want to intro?
No, it's fine. Go on, Owen.
No, you can do your intro then.
No, I don't want to.
Do your intro.
All right, you guys, here we go. In game number 2 of Final Trap versus Alliance, it's going to be the decider match. Well, this best of 3 is the decider match, of which one of these 2 teams will make it to the major. There's only 1 slot left available in EU, and there's 2 teams left, so some cuts need to be made. Alliance is 1 game up in the series. This is game 2, Final Tribe. They showed some waves of hope and light, but they got to step it up if they want to force out that 3rd game for sure. And yeah, here we are with these people and JJ. Yay! It's Lacoste, it's Kyle, it's Owen. It's JJ.
So anyway, so they ban out the Magnus
me.
first. PA is still in the
10
pool.
seconds remaining.
Wondering if Final Tribe want to try and go with the PA once again.
5
As
seconds
I don't think the PA was necessarily the problem. I think they just need to be a little more careful what they draft around. And I mean, obviously with Magnus gone, there's not that dream steroid of having the empower, but I really feel like you need something else that just makes this hero work at the start of the game. Otherwise, the hero just feels so underwhelming. Yeah, they pick it again. But as I said, I think this is fine.
trap.
No, I think it's fine. I think they do. The PA is still very good. They've just got to find a better way to make it work this time around. As I'm sure we'll see an entirely different draft built around it. As for Alliance, I would not mind just seeing them go down sort of the Strength Heroes Luna lineup once again. It's very good. They're incredibly comfortable playing with it. At the same time, I do think they may have to be aware that the Final Tribe will probably take a similar approach as teams did yesterday to like banning out Quake's heroes and banning out the DK, which, as you see, they did in the first ban, and making it so that they kind of shoehorn Quake into playing like these awkward heroes. The Alliance might whip out like a Death Prophet or something that's going to feel underwhelming. So they open with 2 of the same. As I say, it worked out really nicely last time. I really feel, though, if you're Final Tribe, you have to take away Luna. At the least, obviously with the Dragon Knight ban, Phoenix is still in the pool, which is one of the other ones that was banned out in the first phase last time,
10 seconds remaining.
and one that we have seen also be, of course, very nice with the Luna lineup.
5
You can
seconds
always
remaining.
put the Centaur Warrunner back on Boxy's position, have
Radiant
Tiger play
team ban.
Phoenix if they want to. Rubik is going to come through.
Everyone probably experienced the Centaur Grimstroke combo in their
Yeah.
pubs, but it kind of feels a bit different in pro matches because you can't. They don't even lane together most of the time. It's just more of a kind of a mid game combo, and I think Grimstroke needs to have a hero
10
on his side that
seconds
has
remaining.
some kind of a save or just give him farm priority.
Yeah.
Play him as 4, so he has a
5
Glimmer
seconds
Cape.
remaining.
Otherwise, the hero's just dead.
Dire
If you just get
team
on top
ban.
of him. Now he has a Centaur with him, so his ulti can save him, but hero is really squishy.
So they're opting to ban the Terrorblade over Luna. Although they may still ban that as well in the next round, but
They gotta, surely. That was the
No,
cornerstone
yeah,
of
I mean-
Alliance's draft. I think even
I think Alliance are really solid if they do get Luna. They're going to have
Or
ample ways to keep it.
the
make it safe on
Timber
it.
Cell.
10 seconds remaining.
Was the Timber Cell the problem or the Luna?
Well, I think the Timber's also,
Timber
also
Cell.
very good. I think both. Like there's at the moment, I don't see any reason why you wouldn't just get both.
I think building off the Grimstroke Centaur though is a great move. I feel like
Yeah,
while
it's-
those
yeah.
points are true, they could have replaced the cores with anything that had like great matchups, but that support duo, like they killed PA 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, that's
early
why you
in
want to
the
pick
game.
these two first, because
Yeah.
if any of those get banned, like absolutely, the other
10
parts are
seconds
interchangeable.
And Centaur is so good against the PA. High magic
5
damage burst,
seconds
not
remaining.
influenced by evasion, and also you can find her in fights. Doesn't matter
Dire
about the
team
blink
back.
strike. You can
Now
just
there's
get-
a Luna
get
ban,
on top
as
of her, good
expected.
ban,
Yeah.
And I'm not sold out on Tusk. Man, this hero feels so underwhelming. One of the reasons is before you wanted to max out his other spells to lower the cooldown. Now you have Ice Shard, Snowball, because you're mostly maxing out the tag team.
I mean, I think we really saw the Tusk pick suffer because it was being played against
10
a Timbersaw.
seconds
And then
remaining.
it's absolutely
You don't
useless
have a
against
game.
Timber.
Exactly.
Yeah.
5 seconds remaining.
So I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they do something instead of the Tusk.
Dire team
They're actually gonna they are gonna ban it, which makes me wonder if Alliance are gonna go for something different to the Timbersaw then, in that sense, because feel like if they're gonna pick the
Well, no,
Timbersaw,
they're not going to do it again.
but why would they ban the Tusk then?
I think
Like,
you
the
just get
Tusk
rid of the
was-
comfort. Hanskin does play that hero a lot. I am
Okay.
surprised though because I don't
Yeah.
think that the TFT.
That's why
Like,
that's
I
why I
just
think
didn't
Alliance
feel
will do
the-
something different then if they're
yeah.
banning. I don't know, like why would you ban Tusk if you're gonna play the
10
Timber?
seconds remaining.
Like
They're not going to pick Timber again. That Timber was
well,
a
that's
10
what I'm,
pick.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, if they
5
ban Tusk. Yeah.
seconds remaining.
I could see it. I just feel like the Tusk didn't really do much that last game, but it could also just be because they lost all their lanes and there were so many strength heroes on the side of Alliance. Obviously, they don't get the DK again, which is really when Alliances look the best.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they've got to look elsewhere other than the
Yep.
DK and the Luna.
You could conquer yourself if you're Alliance, but I don't know if you want to do that third. And I really,
I'm not a fan of the.
I haven't
Kunkais.
seen teams utilize it very well. It's got a really bad win rate in these qualifiers. I feel like VP has ruined aspects of the meta because they make Kunkka look good because no one's a god at it, but then it doesn't
Radiant
work
team pick.
for other teams. And ooh, we forgot about that one. That's
Another
a great GA
strength.
counter.
Boxy hero. Wait, do you go
Well, it could be
Boxy?
either way around.
or
but
Tiger?
Boxy and Tiger could.
They're just gonna wait around to see what
I-
until the end of the draft.
Yeah.
and just
I think you give
decide.
it to Boxy. I think a 3-position axe is sick this game. You're going to have the super strong lane of Grimstroke axe. You just
10
run at them.
seconds remaining.
Later on, you get a Blink Blade Mail. Yeah, PA just dies every
5
time.
seconds remaining.
Yes, you got to be real careful. How do you deal with this with your final trap? You knew this was coming. Like this is at least that there was going to be a lot of strength heroes. There's got to be more damage to them than just a PA. What is a good way of dealing with these dirty heroes?
I feel like strength heroes are the strongest one in this patch, definitely, and the bracers are the strongest among.
How about an
These three.
Enigma? Midnight Pulse, percentage-based damage.
This is
Or
this is a
that.
great counter. It really is. It lowers the current HP by 40%. I wouldn't be surprised if they pick something like a Necro as well. Necro amazing against strength heroes.
Mhm.
It's true, but with a Rubik, with a PA, PA is
kinda
not a
squishy,
hero
yeah.
that you make illusions spam out of, and it's really bad synergy with a Rubik. There's no
But
follow
this
up.
it may lead towards what they're going to pick as their fourth and
Maybe
fifth.
maybe a
like
core
Maybe
Jakiro.
it's a core Shadow Demon.
Kira?
Yeah, I
wouldn't
I
be
wouldn't mind
surprised
a
if it's
core Shadow Demon.
Yeah, the hero is great.
A core Shadow Demon.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've seen it off lane. Oh, and we've also seen mid Rubiks coming out of Virtus Pro.
I think Alliance
But
could
that's not gonna
use a hero like a DP, some tower damage. The Ghost really good against the PA.
I mean, I'd also like to see Mickey plays Morphling, doesn't he? Well, you're not a fan of Morph. We're still in the pool.
It's too
good-
early.
I
Too
mean,
early here.
it's
You don't
good
wanna
with
pick
it's
into
good with the
Shadow Demon.
Grimstroke Soulbind. Are you was Shadow
like
Demon?
it.
Okay.
You know, but if you do Soulbind 2 targets and you morph one of them, you
Mm.
can actually turn into both at will.
Radiant team pick.
Now they like it's good, dude. It's good with the Soulbind, and it's good to play in a game where there's a
Yeah.
PA in the field because
Yeah.
you can become the PA. You have that chase down. You have
Yep.
that catch.
That's
I like this from Alliance, and I feel like they were starting to look towards Mika with the Terrorblade and the Luna ban. I think that's still you would rather ban those two over than the Morphling, but I feel that the Morphling pick is still very strong for Alliance here.
Yeah,
10
and I like it
seconds
as
remaining.
well that they. Yeah, I didn't think of it, but as 4th pick here, it's
5
nice because it still
seconds
leaves their
remaining.
last pick open. It's most likely just a mid, but I think you're better in this game saving that choice for Koifa because his hero. They like picking his hero first too, because it sets up their draft better. You can late pick either the Mickey or the Boxy hero,
I mean,
but with no DK, you got to give Koifa that 10th pick.
Well, I feel they. I mean, why not just pick Koi for his lone druid this match?
You could.
Liquid Secret just got updated.
Well,
and
fast
spoiler alert. Fast games indeed. It is 1-1.
If it's a Shadow Demon support,
Mhm.
they need to have some kind of a stun. I saw one of the teams picking Shadow Demon and didn't have any kind of follow-up, but if it's a core, good call.
Yeah.
She
Well,
is.
she said, okay.
So
Not bad.
it's they might play Rubik as a mid. Rubik has some really
Ooh.
nice spells to steal.
I
Imagine if he
know.
steals Stroke of Fate plus
I
Spell
don't
Amp.
like mid Rubik. I don't like mid Rubik
You're
when
not sold on it?
I only like mid Rubik when no one's playing it and he's playing it against a team that's like 2 tiers below him. Like,
I feel like if
10
it's a
seconds
core Rubik, he builds into Yule Scepter. You have Shadow Demon,
5
really good
seconds
counters when
remaining.
Centaur and Axe initiate.
I mean, yeah, I mean it could be, but there's also a chance that this last pick are going to be the 2 mids. Alliance, what are they going to ban away from Chassis? If they do assume that it is still the mid hero, look that they need to look towards. There is the anything else that can sort of follow up from this setup, or something that can benefit of having illusions created of him. We'll have to see.
Radiant team ban.
It's a Lina
They're
ban.
going to ban the Lina. I mean, as you said, Carl, earlier, Jesse, one of his strong heroes would be that Lina. Something that in this game where you're on your last legs, you do just whip out
Yeah.
what you're most comfortable on.
Yeah, I think they
The Alliance
banned out
realized that.
Lina because of a high damage burst against the Morphling and also Yule Scepter Carrier against Axe.
Sure, it's one of those heroes
This
that
is
you get the Shadow Blade and it makes,
Mm.
Morphling has
10
to be very
seconds
careful how he
remaining.
farms out on the map because he can just get Lagooned from Invis.
I'm not really sure what you
5
pick because,
seconds
like,
remaining.
when I think Chessy Heroes, there's
Yeah.
like Tiny, Magnus, Kunkka, Lena, TA. None of those really feel right here. I feel like you need some like damage output. You're gonna have an Enigma frontlining. You kind of need something beefy that can get in there, like maybe an Ember, but they have decent tower pushers thanks to the Enigma. But like, what's this Shadow Demon's role right
Ember,
now?
I
What's
mean,
it gonna do?
Ember could be good. Ember, there's no sort of instant catch.
Their damage is
Everything,
stacked.
everything's pretty
Nah,
much
I think they're gonna go
dodgeable.
for Necro. I want to see
They
Necro
could.
Shadow Demon.
I wouldn't mind Necro Shadow Demon. I like that against
Or a
oh,
mid
maybe an
Skyrath?
OD.
Sky or Ursh.
Oh.
Oh. So
Which one
what's-
of those is
Who-
the mid?
which one's Chelsea
Shadow
playing?
Demon or Rubik?
Or,
Which
or Shaker.
Dude,
No.
why don't you take Lone Druid? Just get Koi from Lone Druid. He can't get his DK. Get him on the other hero that he's comfortable on.
It's tough against Enigma in this game.
What, Lone Druid? You don't-
Yeah, I feel
Yeah,
like there's
I
just
think
so
I
many
feel like you just
stuns.
put Koi for mid on Lone
10
Druid and he crushes the
seconds
lane.
remaining.
Like whatever they throw against him.
I feel like you could pick
5
something weird
seconds
like
remaining.
Medusa here. I think you just need something tanky. I look at the damage output from TFT. If you don't stand the Midnight Pulse, how are they going to kill anybody unless the PA
What about
is
his follow
turbo
up? The
farmed?
sort of global his Zeus. Zeus is
Zeus
still
is
there.
quite
Zeus
okay.
Slash Invoker maybe as well, but then they're gonna put Phantom Assassin mid.
You know what I see? I see on one side a team that has an identity and a strat they like to play and it works for them, and that's Alliance. And the
Yep.
other side, I see a team that is struggling to find that. So instead, they'll just try to have a mix match and a mismatch of heroes that they think is good against the strategy of someone else rather than going with their own plan.
Oh,
I don't
mean,
like
oh,
TA as a last
and
pick.
it is your mid Rubik.
Dude, that you are just so crushed by a TA though. I don't know, man.
Well, you
I
like
don't
TA.
know. I think TA is really good in this game. It was a great pick. They needed something that could just connect, right? You have this super active 3-4-5, the traps, the lane dominance, it's more tower pressure, which they were also missing, and a Roche hitter. And if Alliance gets steamrolling again, I just look at the TFT lineup. I'm like, how are you going to force those critical team fights that you need to take the game? It's a 5 Shadow Demon and a 2 Rubik. I just don't know if I like it.
I think Shadow Demon needs to be played
10
at
seconds
either as
remaining.
core or position 4. This
Yeah,
hero needs
I agree.
item. Once you get
5
Ether Lance,
seconds
this hero
remaining.
becomes almost 2 times stronger what he is.
Definitely not a very improved draft compared to previous games.
I think it's better than last game.
You
I
think
really do.
so?
I think TFT absolutely have a much better shot this match. I know you think the TFT. I just feel like Quaif has been a little unreliable on some of the games that
Sure.
he's played, and I feel TA is one of those heroes that you can just a couple of slip ups and this hero just feels like a piece of paper. I like the team fight that the Final Tribe's got going for them between the Shaker and the Enigma. I think Jonas and Fan should be able to find himself a pretty good lane to start in. I really do think this is TFT have a much better shot this game than they do last game. The mid Rubik I'm not a huge fan of, but I think it's better this time around for TFT. And I know I said I'm doubtful about the Koi for TA in this matchup. I feel like it could go horribly wrong for Alliance, and I think TFT can absolutely take this to game 3.
Yep. I think you're right, but you're wrong.
Okay.
Alliance is going to
Kyle,
win this.
didn't you say that you wanted TFT to have a game where their quote-unquote win condition was more clear? I feel like it definitely, like, despite me
Is
not
it?
liking it as much as that previous game, at least it's clear that they got to go for the one with combo team fights to win.
Sure, but I feel like that makes it naturally harder to execute than
Oh
Alliance.
yeah, I'm not saying
It's
that
gonna
it's easy to
change
execute.
stuns.
I'm saying that it's just the game plan as a whole is easier.
Yes, I will agree with you on that.
The execution itself and
It-
getting into position to get that going is a lot more difficult because it also relies on your enemies being stupid. But I mean, they got a simpler plan.
That is true.
One thing I'm worried about TFT's lineup is they don't have anything in front. PA wants to have a hero that goes in, creates a chaos, until Earthshaker gets a Blink Dagger, and I think Enigma's gonna need to itemize differently. Even though they have nothing that goes through the BKB, I still think he's gonna need to tank up first. Guardian Greaves, Helm of the Dominator. Oh, this is a good block. This cripples Morphling a lot in the laning stage.
30 seconds to battle.
We'll see what sort of lane set up. They are going to be, see how much backup they're going to keep with Jonas and Fan at the moment. What's Hans going to hit on the Shaker? And also with Era still in the neighborhood, they will look to fight around the top room, make sure that Alliance can't get themselves in for it.
The battle begins.
And indeed they will be able to claim themselves. The 2 top runes, bottom 2 runes, of course, will go the way to Alliance, though, with TFT's pressure being put on top now.
Nice, easy 2 for 2. So in terms of lanes, what are we seeing? Shadow Demon is going bottom. It looks like we have 2 lanes on the side of Final Tribe. And Alliance is also doing the same thing. 2-1-2, no aggressive tri-lanes this time. Rubik versus TA. We'll see how that one goes.
I mean, the TA should be fine in this lane. You've got the refraction, so you don't really care too much about the Firebolt damage reduction. And there's unlikely to be the damage to from a Rubik at all to be harassed out of the lane, so we'd be very surprised if we don't see Quafer crush this matchup.
Pause comment. You guys, just in case you are wondering where Secret versus Liquid is broadcasted, that is a match that is in the upper bracket finals of the European qualifier that is only mattering for seeding, as both teams already qualified for the major. You can find game number 3 on Beyond the Summit 2 by, I believe, Killer Pigeon and a Haas? By Killer Pigeon and a Haas. So, open a different tab. Don't leave this one. Thank you.
Because this is the game that matters. Alliance, if they win this game 2, they'll be going to the major, and TFT will be going home. And of course, TFT, if they can push this to a game 3 and get the 2-1 victory back their way, they'll be moving to the major, and Alliance will be going home.
And look at the build on Shadow Demon. He skilled Poison level 1. I had a talk with my boy Milan about Shadow Demon. He's one of the better players worldwide on this hero, and he always says you need to get the disruption level 1 just to secure the last hits and maximize damage output. Level 1 doesn't scale that good. Like, you're gonna use all of your mana early on, and what are you gonna do after it? I mean, you can skill it and not use it, but what's the point?
And in case anybody was wondering, LGD versus eHome ended in 2-1 for LGD. PSG LGD, sorry. Gotta, say it right. Otherwise,
Invisibility.
they're gonna complain.
Want some pointers?
Alright. A question from the chat coming in. Why is PA first pick, first ban material nowadays? What was the reason? What is the patch change
I mean, she
that
just-
and the
Well,
play
so many
change that
buffs.
made him so
Everything
good?
was a massive buff.
You gave a free ability to his blur in that you're literally invisible if you don't come within 600 units once it's activated. Strength heroes were buffed in that they all have free magic resist now, and PA does arguably the most physical damage of anything. So you need that in order to kill these strength heroes. It also scales multiplicatively because you have the crit, and Magnus Beastmaster are first picks, and
Boxy's
ET.
Boxy's dead here, isn't he? If Frost can commit onto him. They've got the, well, they may not even need to with the poison on him. 4 poison stacks on him. Another dagger. Pop the poison. Not quite enough. They do need one more hit.
He wants to
Can
get
Frost
first
find
blood
it?
to PA.
There we go. Set it up for Frost to come in. Oh, okay. Just kidding. Error. He wants the first blood for himself. As they do manage to find themselves the action down on the bottom lane. Top lane CS. Jonas and Fan not finding too much actually at all. As Tiger's been able to do a good job of forcing him away from the lane, so not taking over the lane as the Enigma would hope for. The mid lane though, I mean Chessie, he's coming out on top of this match. I mean, is this going to happen between these two heroes? I feel like TA should do fine against Rubik,
It's
right?
all about the first couple waves. Rubik can just spam Fade Bolt, as you see, and
But don't you just
you
use
just outlasted
refraction,
him.
and then you still have good CS,
yes,
right
once
click?
you hit like level
But-
3, level 5, you power spike.
Okay.
But Rubik can win the first couple waves. It'll equalize, especially when the TA hits level 6, and then Rubik can't really play here anymore.
And Rubik doesn't get harassed that much considering he's a range hero with the side blades. And Rubik's base damage is actually really high.
Yeah, especially with the double null.
All
that
right, yeah.
You can see picked up.
Ah, I mean Chessie's crushing it.
He's doing okay. I wouldn't say he's crushing it. He's up like 3 CS.
4 CS.
TA's up in deny though.
Uh-huh.
That's a quarter CS right there. Yeah, you can see this is where it starts to get tough as Rubik because you're not able to harass anymore, and you can see how much harder TA hits with that refraction active. My goodness. Yeah, Morphling though having a completely free time. It's one of the dangers of putting an Enigma up here. Sure, the Enigma Shaker will, like traditionally you want to be laning those heroes against something like a Terrorblade. Morphling threatens much more so and has just easier time lasting. So yeah, sure you're denying every archer, but you're getting complete and utter free farm under tower, and that means that your axe is now free to stack, to rotate, and to do what we see here, just getting aggressive.
Try and find Mickey, but the call's going to be there with a control and a hand scan. And that is not a kill. He'll be able to walk towards and claim. TFT trying to bring down Mickey.
And look at the amount of denies on Morphling. That's
Yep.
15 denies. That's 100 gold for you. So one part of the extra raid band. And you can easily snowball. You're going to build probably into 2/3 raid bands, but I like the build. He's going first for Morbid Mask, just so that he can sustain in the lane and heal off all these units.
Yep. Just once again goes back to look at the Alliance lineup, right? They've got my favorite combination of cores. 2 heroes that will survive through sheer brute tankability. Morph, of course, with the attached escape mechanisms. And then another one that's more this mobile assassin type. And it just makes it incredibly easy for your supports to play. Whereas you look at the lineup of TFT, who actually goes in? We've talked about this a lot. These big blink initiators like Earthshaker Mag, you hate being responsible for the initiation. You want to be able to be that next guy in. But they don't have an entry fragger. So they have this massive teamfight lineup, but with no real centerpiece that you can base your positioning around. And I think that's going to hurt them once we get to these Roche Pit clashes.
Back to you, OD.
Back to you, Audi.
One lane Frost is falling behind in farm in comparison to these other lanes. That Alliance are just having much better timing up top. 38 CS on Morphling compared to the 24 with his PA. Not been able to get any denies either, as he's just having to rely on the daggers to find last hits. So it is going to be a slow start once again for the PA, but they do have ways to set up and catch kills for him once he has the 6 and has at least a little bit of a damage increase with that hopefully from RNG boost. With the coup de grace, they have catch, they have control. If Hanscan can get good lockdown, it can trap someone in with the PA. Maybe have to find Frost a few kills to keep his gold going up, and on its way to catching back up to the par that the Mickey Morphlings money will be at.
There's some really nice spells to steal for Rubik this game.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have, let's say, Axe Call, level 4, with his Arcane Supremacy to last longer, or Centaur Stun.
Whoops.
Jesse comes in with a rotation, is able to catch out Insania. As he was heading over to this area,
Mm-hmm. With the stolen refraction.
making those moves. Top room will go the way of Quofa. He's able to pick up the double damage route.
Alright, so I'm getting a word from my boy JJ. Hoof Stomp with level 4 Rubik Aura, stuns for 4 seconds.
Jesus. That's crazy.
Okay.
Make it taking a lot of damage himself here.
Deep here, trying for some
Where's
sort
he
of kill, I
going?
guess, but he is out of there, diving past the tower.
He didn't buy his Wraith Band either. We lost gold.
Oh no. Not the Wraith Band. Smoke up from the final tribe. Seeing if they can catch that Grimstroke. Lift him up. Pick him off.
So the thing, TFT have a lot of playmaking. They have
Yep.
a lot of catch.
Yep.
But the thing about the Rubik versus TA matchup is that once Rubik hits level 6 and he can't die. He just steals the refraction. He can also steal the trap, which is going to be great against Alliance's lineup if they want to go for Roche just to scout it out.
Top hands can. He's going to be able to control Tiger, make sure that he's not going to be too much of a threat for Unison Fan. They've brought Frost in as well off the cover of the blur. He's going to jump forward on top of Mickey. Mickey still with the waveform back. Will be fine for now, but Tiger's in trouble as Hanscan blocking him off. The control once again there as he keeps himself away from the Berserkers. Will they have to use the Stampede to get Tiger and Mickey to safety? They'll take them away from this top lane, but TFT in position to push him with the Eidolons and pressure and potentially take away this tier 1 from Alliance.
It's a really nice move. You want to try and group up around your strong hero, specifically the one that can allow for tower pressure, and that's what the Enigma is in this game for TFT. So yeah, it's a big rotate, but there's no other pressure that they need to alleviate around the map. Alliance is going to hit that mid tower a bit, Koifa's TA, but you're going to have a quick TP back in from Chessie. It did do a lot of damage, though, while he was missing. A lot of vision the Dire side can play with in the enemy jungle, but in order to utilize it, they want to be able to actually get into that area. Will be tough. TFT is going to look to play that top side Dire jungle now that the tier 1 tower is dead.
And TFT wants to set the tempo very high. Well, they can't really if the Rubik is dead. Rubik, though, he'll live, especially with Hanscan teleporting in. He's got a Fissure available.
Wow.
He'll use it to steal the last hit.
They spent a little too long trying to go for that. You can't really rely on the silence too much at this point. It's only 2 hits to remove the bug.
Ooh, Tiger.
So Rubik's always going to be able to
Malefice.
turn around.
Taking quite the beating.
These kills up and down the map, TFT. Still
They
not
can pressure tier 2 tower on top as well. They have
Yep.
a Siege Creep, they have a Satyr as well. And I love the build on Rubik. First item, Yule Scepter. So he can keep himself alive. He can't really die.
Again, I love that the Frost PA is up here with the Enigma. Yeah, he's not the strongest hero in the early game, but with that double Wraith Band treads, your dagger leap in does pack a bit of a punch, and he's just not safe in the bottom lane. You don't want to be against a Centaur as a PA. That's real rough. Just have the Shadow Demon go down there. He'll finish his 6, thanks to the wave that was so kindly dropped off at his tier 2. Now, bear in mind, the 3 cores on Alliance are all top net worth, but it's a different type of game. You don't really have a BKB piercing disable for the Enigma. And that Midnight Pulse pure damage will stack up on these strength heroes. Oh. Oh.
See?
Pink
Stampede. He is going to pop it. Thinking about getting in, but they do have to be careful. TFT can absolutely fight at this point.
Tiger coming in from the south, though.
Let's see what he can find. I mean, there's not really too much he can do on his own. The Kuiper is just walked down the front lines. He just gets jumped on.
Shadow Demon.
Why is he there? He has no, like, he has Blink and 200 gold.
He is there because of the thing that Owen said earlier. And that is that he is not the most stable player of their squad.
Savage Sheever.
No, that's what Owen said.
That's what you said.
I said it
I don't
yesterday as
remember
well.
Owen saying anything.
I do. And this
Oh, he
is the
stole
proof.
Stampede.
What was he doing there?
No, he didn't.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
he
did.
did. How did
How did he steal
does
that?
He used Stampede 2 years ago. And he didn't
Why?
use
Didn't
anything
any
after.
spells.
You can use the hoof stomp at least.
Could use any of his spells. He's got Retaliate too. That's an active now.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he should have just used retaliate.
Yeah, that's,
Double
Well,
edge.
he
is
should
it
use his one because he should save the Retaliate stats.
that's troublesome. Again, that's one of those examples of where a top team nice
Oh.
and snipe.
That's a big snipe though. That's a good portion of the Yule Scepter
Oh,
and
he's farming their
someone's
stats.
boots.
The secrets and the liquids of the world, they're gonna throw maybe their Grimstroke Centaur in the top lane to defend tower, but they're not gonna look to force a fight when their TA is rapidly approaching Blink Dagger. It's just a matter
that
of hitting
nice
your timing.
positioning.
Yeah, it
Well
was.
played, Tiger.
Well, they didn't have a stun. He was gonna be fine.
They're gonna
Yeah,
get.
but it's still, knowing that spot is
That's
a new.
true.
It's a
That's true.
This is a relatively new map. You gotta know all the nooks and crannies. Nooks and crannies? Hooks and crannies? Nooks and crannies. Nooks and crannies, right?
Yes. yeah.
Can't say that.
So they're gonna hit the timings of 3 Blink Daggers on the side of Alliance in a minute or two. Axe is also farming very well. TA has one. Centaur getting really close to his. Do they really need 3 Blink Daggers? I mean, Axe, Centaur, yes, but does TA need one as well? Should just go for a damage. If they lose another fight with 3 Blink Daggers, and I think TFT has a really good save with their heroes, they have a Fisher, they could steal something with Rubik, Disruption as well, plus they have a stolen Stampede. They can easily take a fight. And what is Enigma building? Did I just see a
He's going
booster?
Vanguard.
Oh, yes, nice. I
I like this.
said
Is
that
it-
he
do
needs
we
to
like
tank
that?
up.
I think so. Yeah, you
He's
want to
good
have the
against
tank
TA,
build on
yeah.
your offlane of this game.
I agree, but I feel like BKB is so value when they can't interrupt,
I imagine
especially against TA Morph. Like if you just BKB in a TA's face and drop Midnight Pulse ult him, there's no cancel for Alliance. Yeah, you could theoretically taunt him, but that's a support axe and it's real difficult.
But I mean, maybe TFT he just wants to stay out in the lane and feel comfortable. Like, are they really wanting to look to fight now? Do they not want to wait until Frost sort of has his items? Like, is there any need for TFT to BKB on the Enigma because he wants to go and use the black hole, or would he rather have the Vanguard so he can just feel a little more safe pushing out lanes on his own?
Radiant are
I think they're fine, especially late game. They have Enigma, you have Shadow Demon, Earthshaker, PA who's farming Battle Fury, so she's not gonna fight right now, and they also have a trap inside in Roche, if I'm not mistaken. No,
No. That's surprising,
that's
actually.
Roche. On
Why
mid-map.
does he not have a trap? I guess not.
What's the PA got at the moment? The PA? Sorry, JJ.
That's a TA.
Okay,
Stampede
she's nearly-
used?
nearly
It's
got the one.
Rubik, you
Yeah,
just
Battlefield.
used it because it was gonna lose it.
Oh, I was
You
panicking.
gotta use
there.
it before you lose it.
But they can't do Roche yet until that PA has maybe got a Blightstone or something.
Well, you can't. What?
Yeah, did.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Rubik did indeed stole the shift of the intellect intelligence.
2,000 health. Relatively formidable. You got the blink
Oh.
on the TA, but
Ara's going to
Oh.
dispel the smoke.
But only the smoke on Tiger. The rest made it
I mean,
through
that's enough
scot-free.
info, though, for TFT to at least prep or just get the hell out of here.
Dire's
Soul
middle
Catcher
tower
is gonna be
under
so
attack.
good when he maxes that one out with the PA.
Dire
She can just
are scanning.
one-shot people with Dagger in the mid and late game.
Put Jules on Chassis.
you got Mickey still pushing bottom, so this move for Alliance, worst case, you do end up with 2 waves controlled, or 2 lanes controlled rather, so that's quite nice. They've done a good job of ensuring that their smokes are utilized for good purposes,
Radiant's bottom
even if they fail to find kills.
He tries for the grab onto Chassis.
Oh, this is good. Do the math, JJ. 3.2 with Arcane
Oh
Supremacy.
yeah, what's the? How long does it last? Does it say on the tooltip, or does it not update the tooltip?
Radiant's bottom tower.
It doesn't update the
4.6
tooltip.
seconds.
4.6.
Well,
all
that's
from
good
Rubik.
because the Rubik change, now you have the Arcane Supremacy. Not just damage output, but debuff duration is increased multiplicatively, which is crazy. That's actually...
That's better black
I think
hole.
Rubik is a better core now
Oh,
because
yeah.
of it. It is literally a
If
black
it was
hole.
against an Enigma, the duration of black hole would be crazy.
That is
Dude, I
mad.
didn't even think about that.
I
with
know,
the
but I
Rubik
mean that's
versus
the
Enigma
RPs.
plays.
You know, you're seeing
Yeah.
why you're seeing so many good,
Radiant's
how big
bottom
good
tower
stolen
is
RPs
under
can be now
attack.
with a new Rubik. It should do. But it should
Surely
do,
the
right?
channeling would also last longer.
Oh,
Yeah,
hang on.
Nice save.
Disruption. Buying some time.
This is why I love Yules.
Oh,
Wow.
Ooh.
Mickey is in the PA form, but there's Hansken.
Oh.
Jumps in, he's got the Echo. The slam onto the two of them. They'll take the Centaur. Mickey will be able to slide and jump his way out. But again, it's TFT just
Yeah,
able to have this team fight superiority at the moment.
I don't know if I like this TA Blink build. This was their 10th pick, but if you're Alliance, do you really want to be playing to like take fights into this? We were talking about how TFT had the Wombo combo. You're asking to get whopped here. Like,
I just
do they have a Shaker with Blink and an Enigma?
I feel like you're just taking a risk if you're putting Quaifo on the TA. I feel like he kind of had to. You know, his DK was banned out, but it's gonna.
Shadow Demon. Or kind of split.
Oh, okay, error. Oh, sorry, no, error. Jonas and Fan.
Might be able to look for a Roche play now.
Under attack.
Risky though. They know there's no Echo, however. Oh, and Rubik stole traps. Look at the magic damage he's outputting.
I mean, look at the slow on the trap.
Oh my
Because
god.
of the, how long did the slow last now on the trap with the TA?
Just
Like, that's going to be insane, isn't it?
8 seconds almost.
You
It's
can
like an
also
8 second. Well, no, with the debuff duration.
They fixed that.
7.2 seconds slow with the
So you-
Rubik traps.
You can't one-shot creep wave with traps, but Rubik can.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
nice
nice pre-click
disruption. Got him in before the hoof stomp coming out.
Oh,
Tiger,
they
though,
get-
jumping in
get
with the double
call
call.
onto two. Quite gets a good angle.
Jesus.
Alliance will be able to cut down the two of them. Jonas and Fan trying to step forward. He does have a black hole if he feels the need to do so, but he won't need it for that kill as Frost is able to crit down Quaifo.
What is
dead.
Quaifa doing over there?
I mean,
He got the
to be
initial
fair, He was
kills.
there to get the kills.
Yeah, but he ran up.
Wait, did he?
I
Yeah.
can see them.
I'm gonna have a replay.
I gotta
Yeah,
replay
you
that.
def-
Definitely was out of position. And also, why there's a Sanjin Yasha on the morph thing. I have not seen this.
We've seen
We
this.
did see it. We have.
I haven't seen it work.
Oh, I think it did. with the
Nisha's
game.
buying it. I mean,
The call again. Onto the two. The
Nice
black hole.
call.
Ooh, he's got the two, but he gets cancelled instantly. The silence is there from Grimstroke's bug. Black hole we cancelled. TFT still poking around. They've got the telekinesis. Quaifo caught on the front lines. Hansken jumps in. Tiger does go for the call. It's only onto the Shaker for now. Mickey is able to waveform himself away, but Frost tag teams in on top of the axe. Tiger's gone.
Look at the positioning
Quaifa
they're taking
bought
this
back.
fight in. There's 5 men of TFT on the high ground just waiting, and Alliance continues
I mean,
to
that
blink
Frost
upwards.
Ogre's going for Roche.
Look at him go.
No, he's
No,
killing
you
the
got
trap.
you got the trap. Double
Oh.
damage rune.
The PA.
That's the bait. Careful for that.
Oh, picked up by the blurred PA.
I feel like TFT just needs to position
Hello.
themselves well, and they're gonna win this road
Yeah,
fight.
exactly. And the Ice Ogre, by the way, completely negates the TA's Deso minus armor.
Yeah.
Like there
That's
is no Deso. Actually, he doesn't even have one.
Well,
so
yeah.
I take that back.
His
He has no meld strike.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Damage ain't great at the moment. But for TFT on the other hand, they have this DD, so I mean, Alliance, they are smoked up.
but the frost, the frost ogre thingy.
They're
was
going to
on-
jump on error, but
That's from
TFT.
Oh, he bought back in the previous fight 60 seconds without Shadow Demon.
The dagger out, but
You don't wanna
without the Shadow Demon, they've got to be careful how they take this fight. Jumps there. Tiger does get the grab onto the PA. PA's in trouble. Frost jumps back. Silence will connect onto him. Quickly be removed by himself and his teammates.
Careful,
Mickey's still
okay.
trying to poke on the side. Boxy, he's found Chessie. Chessie with the telekinesis trying to hold quite for back. Chessie in trouble. He's being focused down. He's got a Yule Scepter to buy him some time. Frost poking with the dagger from the side, but they've lost Chessie. Chessie dead. Buys back. Wants to keep contesting the Roche.
What is
What is
happening? It's like TFT collects a couple kills because Alliance runs up the high ground, and then Chessie all of a sudden is completely exposed down the low ground. Like it just very awkward team fighting. You can see both teams are just. I feel like they're just trying to not make mistakes, and it leads to the teams not really knowing what to do. This is the 4th smoke of Alliance over the past 10 minutes of the game.
No one has been farming this
Yeah.
entire time. Earthshaker ulti is back up again.
Oh,
Oh,
they got the
call.
Nigma.
Jonas and Fan, good stun as well as they disable two of them. Jonas and Fan's gone. He has no buyback. And
Oh,
Echo
Echo
isn't enough
four.
damage there. Brings Boxy down low. Frost trying to commit, but the Soulbind is onto the two of them, holding them together. The call again from Tiger, locking down the Shaker. Frost will jump back, but Mickey, he's up to the high ground with the waveform, continuing to chase down TFT. Poison beginning to be spanned out, but the first adapter strikes out on a Frost. He blurs, jumps across towards Chessie. Will be able to keep himself away
The
from dying.
stroke.
Not enough range.
There's Alliance now.
feel
Going
like-
back into the pit. There's 2 dead now on TFT. Not for long, though. 10 seconds and they will be back up. An Alliance...
Can we just stop with the Roche, guys? You don't have a Deso. It's not going to die fast enough. Just get out of there. You cannot win team fights in this area of the map. Enigma still has his ultimate. They're constantly spamming Shadow Demon Poison. Like, you just got to control the map if you're Alliance at this point. This
Isn't
is
the fact
dream for
that
TFT.
they didn't get Roche and that basically that whole thing was maybe like mostly in favor of Alliance? Isn't that a whole thing that makes TFT's lineup not work, because that is literally the thing that they should be strongest at?
Well,
Yeah, I mean, I would agree this is Alliance playing into the TFT lineup. Like, you want to be around the map, guerrilla warfare, utilize these 3 blink daggers you have. Team fights are not your forte when you purchase this many blinks. Especially when you look at the lineup. Once again, the Crimson Guard up already on the Enigma. You're going to have a BKB. Oh, wow, he's actually just going straight Deso, isn't he?
I think you should.
Holy crap, he's going to do damage.
Yeah, absolutely. This
That's
is absolutely
crazy.
what you want to be doing. You don't
I
you don't
like
want to
it.
get BKB. You got to kill
Shadow-
these people.
Yeah, but the Shadow Demon needs to be careful about his positioning. He shouldn't
he
be
has
the
to
one
save.
spamming out his 3rd spell. He just needs to save people once
Yeah.
they go in with Axe or Centaur.
Yeah, because I mean, Tiger and Boxy, they have been bang on with their sort of catch. They have been able to get instantly in with the disable.
They just smoked under the ward, I think.
Yes. Surely one of them was still under it, on the side. I don't know. There's been no scan from Alliance. Boxy will blink away. I mean, quite. Who's that? Insania just the.
The Shadow Demon's the one who's leading it, and he shouldn't be the one they need at a Rubik or Earthshaker, so he can initiate instantly.
I'll see if they can go for the roasted traps are there, though. So Alliance fully aware that TFT are back around this area of the map.
No one played bottom part of the map for like 5+ minutes. There is a hero right now, Morphling. Oh, I love this build. He sees that the Phantom Assassin is going for all in on damage, and this is one of the ways to just blow Phantom Assassin up before a BKB.
Yep, I'm not really sure of them. Oh, whoa. I do like PA in the late game against a Morphling, I'm fairly certain. I feel like you just outscale him, and at a certain point you land a couple crits and he might just go down in a bash. TA, as we all know, is a snowballer.
But
Will
it's
fall
just
off.
PA though.
Yeah, that's a good point, but I don't know. We'll see. It depends on Jonas. A lot depends on Jonas. The Chessie Rubik is also falling off. It's a really tough game for me to read. I feel like it's going to come down to who makes mistakes. I think TFT thus far has capitalized well on Alliance being out of position, but we're going to have another dance tango around Roche at some point. And I feel like Alliance has an advantage as long as they don't succumb to the Wombo combo. You got to try and target down the Rubik. And
Single
then
core versus dual core. It seems
Yeah.
simple to me. But I get your point.
I would take Enigma over TA once you get like 30, 40 minutes in.
Okay, fair enough.
Enigma's gonna need to get a blink after mech. He
Mhm.
can get Guardian Greaves at one point, but I still think he needs a blink dagger. to
Bye,
position himself.
Insania.
See ya.
Nice smoke up coming out from the final tribe. Let's see if they can find something. There is a Morphling in mid, but
I mean, Alliance should be. I mean,
Boxy
they
and
just
Tiger
lost
close by.
The Grimstroke top, and they're off map, so Alliance should be
Oh,
aware
they
that
see
TFT is still
them
coming in
with
from
the
the
stolen
jungle.
traps.
no, they're still smoked though. Oh,
Yeah,
they see
still
Rubik.
smoked.
They see Rubik.
Chelsea will show. Starting to poke a bit of action in mid, and Senia will TP to join the team. So Alliance with their full 5-man ready around.
What
them,
is this
isn't
Mexican standoff again in the mid side? Nobody mid, nobody top.
they? They're all mid.
I say nobody bottom, nobody top. But everybody mid. Let's see if this smoke gets some fruit.
They still didn't find the ward. The one on the top.
Boxy. Smoke will be dispelled. Chessie. Just out of
Looking
range of
for
it. Ah, Tiger gets the
No
call
follow-up.
in.
Radiant's middle tower.
Now we're going to
There
try
it
and
is.
commit, jump forward with the who's stop.
Where's the black hole?
Oh!
Black hole, where's the blink? No blink.
They use the Stampede as well, Alliance to quickly reposition themselves. Jonas and Fan is heading over They'll be fighting without their core Rubik though, and he's gone for a full minute.
I mean, TFT just, you can see Alliance were 4 people stacked exactly on top of each other. Like,
If Enigma
if
was in a
Enigma
better
had a
position,
blink.
yeah, better
Oh.
positioning in a blink, because he was on bot lane. I think they might have seen his idol on bottom. Perhaps they
Looks
realized
like
he was
Alliance
close
are just
by.
going to get this one. TFT not even attempting to head over to pit this time, so Alliance will finally get away with that Roshan that they've been after for quite some time. And will continue to build this growing net worth advantage there. 6k lead now with that Roshan.
Yeah, and that's just 1 kill. That was their final smoke. They do find Chessie, but now it's about, can you utilize this Aegis? And I'm not so certain it'll be easy for them. It's still very difficult to take team fights. Dota Plus probably favors Alliance by about 7%.
Against the Phantom Assassin, Dota Plus loves PA.
Does love PA.
I think I
It's
think it's
6K.
gonna be actually I think it's gonna
62.
be 63 in
I'd-
favor of Final Tribe.
Oh, well, that's
No.
wrong. I said 57% Alliance.
62
I just said
for
that.
They do
I
Alliance.
thought you
like-
said 60.
I said 7% favorite.
Oh, okay.
I think the Final Tribe. Well, I don't know how much, but I think the Final Tribe is gonna be favored purely for the PA factor. Told you.
Wow.
Did I not say 63?
Damn.
I said 63.
You actually
With
did. Holy
I
shit.
actually did.
Is Dota
Hey,
Plus.
How
you're
did you
welcome.
do that?
This is just logic in
You
my
are
mind.
Dota
I
Plus
understand the
user.
Dota Plus.
The Dutch are very practical.
Very practical.
What the hell?
We did it. I guess 63. Can't believe Dota Plus is such an idiot. Because it's not. Let's be real.
What?
It's not 63% in favor of Final Tribe.
It could be.
I mean-
I think their game gets easier from this point on.
It does it though. They still have. They have this beautiful one more combo, but one person out of position,
It-
they fail.
It's true, but they at least have Shadow Demon for the save. Late game PA will kill everything. And you've got an Enigma Shaker against a ton of strength heroes on the side of Alliance. It's going to be difficult for Boxy to have an impact.
Yeah, but
as this game gets
Taiga
later.
has an axe. He can just blade mail, blink, call, and PA will kill
But
herself.
eventually he's going to have Satanic, and then you just don't care.
Excuse me.
Centaur Warrunners Retaliate reflects incoming damage back as physical damage. It also reflects damage from tower attacks, meaning the tower can kill itself.
Yeah, we didn't see the spell being used, I would say, properly.
No.
Because you want to have advantage, build Centaur and some kind of a tank, unkillable tank where he sieges the towers, but against this kind of a lineup, it just doesn't work, and they don't have that much advantage at this point.
And unpause happens. So what you're saying is the Final Tribe is pretty happy with playing it slow.
Dire are scared.
Yes.
Yes.
I hope that they know that, though.
There's a scan as well.
They do not have Chessie with them.
That's
This could be
Invis axe.
very scary.
Invis rune.
Well,
He
let's
has
see
the
what
blade
Tiger-
mail.
Let's see if Tiger can get a big call. If they group up.
Oh my.
Oh!
Ooh.
Didn't want to do it.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of pressure on Hanskin in this game. If you're Alliance, you got to make sure you get the Rubik out of the fight ASAP. Even though he's lower net worth, he's squishy. If you can take out the Rubik Shaker, it's a lot easier to play around the PA.
Radiant structures
It's going to be a lot about controlling armor values for both sides. No real team fight item buyer on Alliance. Sure, you can get a Crimson on the Centaur, but Enigma with those Greaves is going to be very value in a game against TA Morph.
Did Enigma hit 15? I just want to see his talent.
Not yet.
He's so close. I
Cooldown
mean, he has
reduction
so-
or 150 gold. Surely you go.
This game is gonna drag, so I wouldn't mind if
Take
he
the
gets
GPM.
GPM.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
so.
even though he has a lot of active items to
Yeah.
reduce the cooldown, I would still get.
Like, you want to get those items.
You want to get those items. Yeah, you want to get Blink, you want to get a BKB because they have nothing to stop the black hole with. unless
Radiant's
Axe
top tower
jumps
is under attack.
on top of his back
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
with the call. I mean, he needs to land it perfectly.
I will get easy to do so when he has the cool range
Radiant's
talent.
top tower is under attack.
What level is that?
Radiant's
Level
top
20 is
tower
it?
has
The berserkers were cool.
Yeah, GPM, love it.
Oh wait. Oh, it's level 25, isn't it? Yeah, of course. Alright, so that's a long way away.
He's going for BKB next. In the meantime, the far on the map, mostly Alliance's domain, as they are 8k gold ahead. And the win probability is shifting. 52 in favor of the final tribe, but 51. Ooh, it's dropping fast. Every moment that the final tribe is not
Oh,
acting,
Stolen
losing.
called. Mm.
so for a black hole.
Oh my god.
That is a nice kill for him.
PA gone.
That is the
Wow.
highest net worth on the side of the final tribe, just dropping like a twig, breaking like a
Yep.
twig.
It's just TFT doing a poor job at trying to acquire map control. The Aegis on Alliance just forcing them to play scared, and the E-Blade pickup, really just a stroke of genius from Mikke there. You could see with the Centaur synergy, they actually just 100 to 0'd him.
Radiant's top tower is under
And it's all
attack.
because they can play this triple camp on the high ground. And yeah, that's a 1400 HP hero, and they're in the base.
And no BKB yet for the
Oh.
PA. There might.
Basket jumps in, but Tiger's got the call. They've got the Echo Send down response, but Quake's already popped the BKB. The black hole! It's on 4, but he
Oh, no.
dies. They lose the Enigma. There's not the instant follow they require. They have found Tiger. But that is it. The rest of Alliance standing strong. They do manage to lock off and jump down onto Boxy. Boxy with full Alliance. They did dive for that. They don't get the racks. They had to back off, but they did force out a couple of buybacks from TFT, including that of the PAs.
Can we
got
see
the tier
that
3.
again? Did Grimstroke silence Enigma?
Yeah.
I think he just died, didn't he?
No,
Yeah.
I think he killed him,
I think it was just death.
but he
Well,
may have
we
also
see, and let's
killed
get
him
the
with
replay.
Top
silence.
tribe has fallen.
I mean, this is where Jonas really just have a BKB. I just think that item is so critical in this game, especially since the Axe is always initiating. You
Yeah.
can walk up and get at least 2 heroes, more likely 3 with every black hole. He just doesn't have that BKB.
All right, here comes the black hole.
He gets really low first before he casts it. And then
Yeah,
what
the-
gives him
the
big
paintbrush.
stroke
Yeah,
is
this
just
stroke.
kills him.
Tower is
Yeah.
under attack.
A little too aggressive there. That's where
Yeah.
the Alliance team can, they're still tier 2. They're going to move up as they get more experience, but Secret, Liquid, LGD, they're going to turn immediately. Not get greedy for that Soulbind into Fountain Pursuit.
And just get some racks. Though to be honest, if they were winning that fight, if they did get the PA, it would have been game.
Yes.
Almost.
Probably.
PA could have still bought back actually.
Oh,
But
no,
at
well,
least
PA did buy back.
Yeah.
PA
Did he-
bought back.
so they know if they kill the PA again, it's game over. So that's a risk. And sure, we can call it diving, but I figured maybe there's someone, that risk is worth taking sometimes.
Yeah, if they can kill him again. I mean, he's going to have BKB now. What is Jonas' fan status in the whole item department? He's... Okay, so still very far away from
Yeah,
BKB.
it feels like
They
he
got
went
it.
one too many items before. If you're going to go the Crimson, I just feel like Greaves is a better item. And I don't know. We'll see.
Radiant's top
I really
tower
wish he
is
had a
under
BKB
attack.
for this engagement, though.
Radiant's
And I
top
also
towers are
don't
fortified.
understand the Yasha pickup on Frost. He should have had a BKB for that earlier engagement, but a Yasha?
He would still die. They would blow him up because
Sure.
they came from the fog.
Just don't think the side of TFT was confident looking for fights until that item was picked up. And they get the racks and get the hell out
Dire's
of
bottom
dodge.
tower is under attack.
You can see them draw the line. They're gonna top is pushed. Now you cut mid wave. Then you look to take bottom shrine. This is really well done by Alliance. You want to just sweep the map, control runes. Bounties spawn in 45 seconds. Oh,
you can just dunk
Jesus.
him.
Oh, nice heals. Coming out.
Okay, they can try.
Oh,
Blade
the
Mill.
blade mill.
Frost is playing with fire here. I mean, if he dies there, that's game over.
Yes. That's his
He
BKB on cooldown though. That's a full minute.
I mean, well, that's fine.
cooldown.
They can wait a minute, but
Middle tower
you
is under
can you.
attack.
That is a risky play to make when you die. You're out of the running for the major. He's got to be careful, Frost.
Be careful, but still play to win, not play to not lose.
Let's see. Dagon
What?
is going to be picked up by Jesse.
Dire
What?
are scanning.
Yeah, I tried to just pass that
Spell
one.
amp. from
I don't care.
Games
Why is
Supremacy.
a Dagon?
I mean, if he gets Aghanim
There you
Scepter,
go.
he doesn't get anything besides lowering the cooldown. No good spells to steal besides Centaur ulti with Ags. Give me the number, JJ.
What is the Dagon good with? I got it. Well, you know he's all right. Soulbind Steel, double Dagon. Double level 1 Dagon on
Let's
that
try it.
Action Centaur. They ain't gonna know what's coming.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
The Dagon.
I don't know about that one, folks.
Just you wait for that.
A lot of
to make the
questionable item
game-winning
decisions
play.
on TFT, and it's not about the items. But when I look at improper items, I see a team that doesn't understand their timings and didn't really know when they could look to execute. When were they strong? Right? It's BKB Enigma, BKB PA.
What? I got it. What if
What?
he bought a blade mail, steals Axe's call, goes in?
What? Who? This is Ruby.
That wouldn't be that bad. That would
No,
be better than the
no,
Dagon.
It,
He's got 2k HP because of the shift. Why not? Why not?
I mean,
That's 2k damage you could
Arcane
potentially do.
Supremacy
Still only
should
has a
work
couple
on
armor.
blade mail as
guys,
well.
Blade Mail's.
It absolutely.
Can we
it should, right?
get serious, team? What's going on here?
I'm not even kidding.
No,
It
I'm not even
should-
kidding.
It's
Blade,
way
if he
better
got
than
Blade Mail and Stone
a
Cool,
Dagon.
why not? What's actually bad about that? He
Think-
has 2k HP. He jumps in. He's
Gets
gonna
30
do way
armor.
More, yeah, he's gonna do way more damage to Alliance than he is with the Dagon. He just has to steal Taunt. That's not that hard.
It's easy. He goes in, uses blade mail,
Yeah.
doesn't use.
That would have been the
Uses
strat. Rubik
W.
Blade Mail could have won him the game. I like your thinking.
See, McKay tried to save his E-Blade there for follow-up, but he ended up not getting the kill because of it. I think in that scenario, you always just make sure you get the kill. I would have E-Bladed. But Roche has spawned. They're going to look to move over into the pit. They feel very confident now. The TA does plenty of damage. Box is going to cut the top wave real quick. And I think, as you can see, TFT, they feel pressured to deal with this. But if you're the squad of Alliance, they're going to have another smoke. This has got to be like their 5th or 6th one that they've used thus far. And they're going to just wrap around and try and force a fight around Roche. Remember, no
Grimstroke.
buyback PA.
Koikwa has a hex. I love it.
Yep.
With the Grimstroke ulti. But Enigma has a BKB now.
BKB Enigma, BKB PA. This is what we're looking at.
Alright,
The
this
side
is,
of the final tribe.
This could be the dream fight.
They've got the Sanjay finished on PA, but man, do I wish he was close to a Satanic. I feel like that's a critical item. You're going up against a Blade Mail and a Centaur. We'll see. Could still go either way. Can we check out the win probability? I'll bet it's still...
It's got to be
Yeah.
back over this.
That's
way.
not that bad, though. You'll take 2-to-1 odds in a game like this when you're down a Rax. You were Fountain Dove a moment ago. This is my favorite part of the game. The second Roche has spawned, and now both teams look to posture on the opposing high grounds. The smoke from Alliance, they do the long wraparound. This may catch TFT with their pants down. I think it might.
Who's going to make more
Look
mistakes?
at the-
Oh.
Jesse.
Oh, they got Jonas and Van. They got the Enigma, and he's gone without buyback gold.
Oh, no.
He's dead for 50. TFT going to start to
Oh,
crumble.
the taunt onto the PA.
There, they've caught out Frost.
Oh,
he's
no.
he's
has
out
no
without
buyback.
buyback.
Yeah,
That's
that's game.
Jesse's surrounded. He uses the Dagon.
What a shot call. Beautiful play there by Alliance. They smoked 3 separate times in the initial Roche fight, always through the mid. You could see Insania draw the line.
I mean,
He drew it up.
It's just bad
Yeah, he
positioning
did.
from
He
TFT.
did.
Where is Shadow Demon to save him? Where is Rubik to lift him up?
They didn't expect it from that angle. they
And
were
that
completely
not
caught off guard.
expecting it means you're underestimating your enemy and you're not thinking about where the game is at.
Yep, TFT, they were winning fights when they had control. They saw the battlefield, and they were able to stagger their big ultimates. That case, that's where Alliance thrives. You immediately blink in, Shiva stun somebody, that guy's dead.
All right,
And
here we
you're
go.
not
So
ready.
they got,
Like, they didn't see anybody on the map, not on bot lane where the lane is all the way pushed out. They didn't see it anywhere also because they've got minimal wards. It was
we go.
probably game. 50
into
seconds,
the
no
middle,
PA.
and they go. TFT, they have everything apart from the PA, and he's quite a big old component of this. They do have the Black Hole and an Echo Slam. but they don't have that hard hitter
Radiant's middle barracks
for
are under
35
attack.
seconds, so they'll have to let at least this mid lane Rax go. As Quakefoot and Mickey will
Radiant's middle
clean up
barracks
the
has
Rax.
fallen.
Oh, waste of a glyph. You know that. Well, okay.
Maybe a miss. Oh, no.
Radiant's middle
Now
barracks
if you're
has fallen.
Alliance, you can
I
even
mean,
pressure a little bit
you're-
further.
You're sticking around.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Stuns thrown out just to stop some of the damage.
Radiant's
There we
bottom
go.
tower has fallen.
You need to
But
hit
they
the
need-
second Rax with
He's got
Deso
Aegis,
as
man.
well. Hit one, hit the second one for the maximum damage output.
It's
I
going to
have-
be Megas if they don't do anything. They're going to try and jump at least onto Mickey, but the Hex is going to be there from Quakefoot straight back in response. He will get the self-fuels up in the air, buying some time for himself to get out one more fish here, but it misses. And Mickey, he's still punching on. His Handscan's trying to get back to base. Defensive disruptions there from Error. Dagger starting to come out. Zip back from Mickey. Alliance, they're more than happy
Oh,
to
Soul
back off from this
Stampede?
bottom lane. They do
no,
still
we
have...
didn't retaliate.
They do still have half the racks up top, so they're not Megas yet, sorry. There is still a racks on the top lane.
Boxy learned his lesson. Use retaliate right
Yep,
away.
yep,
so
that
Stampede
was really
doesn't
well
get
done.
Stolen for the
It
chase.
was right away, too. You could tell he definitely learned. And that is one thing I really respect about Boxy. This kid is still so new to Dota. He's only been at it for a bit more than a year and a half. And he's the #1 MMR in Europe. Like, he soaks up new information like a sponge. And I do believe strongly that he and Mickey will be superstars in this game for as long as it survives. Because they really have not just the talent, but the attitude and dedication required to thrive at this level.
Update on Secret versus Liquid incoming. Secret won game number 3, which means they are top seed, just like previous major. And Liquid will get, well, they might still get top seed, but they'll probably get second seed. It's a mystery and a conundrum in one. And then this is the... Oh, and also that means that Liquid is going to be the opponent for whoever wins this. Because that will also be a seeding match for the remaining teams in the Europe qualifier. For the major presented by Starletter and Imma TV at the end of January in China. Also, I just thought about there's 2 slots for Europe in the minor.
Mm-hmm.
The minor qualifiers are actually going to be very scary as well because you got NIP, you got OG, you got Vega, and you got the Final Tribe probably.
Don't you only have like one spot in the open qualifiers?
2 Europe
Frost
qualifiers.
is trying to get in there, but
Open
they're straight out of there.
I don't know how no one actually knows how the qualifiers work. I saw Keizu tweet.
I
We have
did
no
see
information
that there
on
were
it.
that it's only going to have 4 teams,
Yeah.
the actual qualifiers, and we don't know who got invited and who got via opens. It's super scary.
Well, we do know who got it. Oh, no, wait.
No, we don't.
When are the minor opens?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
So no rest for the losers.
No rush. The info is going to be out there.
Eventually.
Yeah, Lacoste will push out when he wants.
Yeah.
Just
Lacoste
like,
is in charge.
will Cuckoo be allowed to play at the major? Find out January 6th at the major.
It's
Dun-dun-dun.
January 17th.
January 17th.
Oh, hang on.
Whoa.
Okay, Tiger.
Oh.
Does get
Nice.
the
Call.
3-man call. The Hex is there. Can they keep that Enigma alive? They cannot.
Oh,
that's GG.
obliterated.
That's a GG and a half.
What a way to end it.
GG twice. The tips come out on the teammates. This is polite tips, not BM tips.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, I felt like TFT needed a frontliner. And the thing I said
Radiant's middle tower
when the
has
draft
fallen.
ended, someone to go in. Earthshaker does not want to go in like
Yep.
first one on the one target. If you compare what he does and what, let's say, Axe and Centaur does, he usually just goes in and dies, while the other one tanks it and creates a lot of space for his team to actually position for a better black hole, for a P8.
Did we even see a black hole this fight?
Yeah, we
Something
did.
near the
Not this
base?
fight.
Not this one, no.
Like
No,
in the
because
game.
Jonas and Fan got just nuked.
There we go. The
GG.
Ancient Forge, you're going to have to keep
Alliance make
There we have
it to the major. Congratulations to them. That was
Alliance.
they 2-0'd this. I felt like they were definitely outclassing the Final Tribe.
Yeah,
Oh, for sure.
the final. I mean, I thought Final Tribe was better that game. I really believe they could have played that so much better. The Final Tribe. I think they have potential to do stuff in the team fights, but They didn't. They messed up. It wasn't there, and Alliance, well-deserved slot at the major.
Yep.
I think considering what we've seen from them, I think they've got a really good grasp of the patch, and I think with some of their strats, they've certainly got some ideas that will rival that of countries from other regions.
Yeah, I feel like TFT is still a young team. They need a better shot calling, decision making in game. You can see the difference between Alliance and them, that wraparound that Kyle pointed out. Really great play from Alliance, and man, Alliance, they are looking hot.
They really are.
They are. Yeah.
Was
Okay.
All right.
All right.
We are going
So
to
the
a
next
break,
game-
and the next game is going to be Alliance again, this time against Team Liquid. It is a match that will determine seeding at the major. So both teams will already be at the major. It's just
Yes.
about seeding and how difficult or not your group will become. So stay tuned for more Dote and maybe a little bit of a
Bongo time.
We will see. We will see.
Hello. Stream. What's up? Why is the stream so mean?
What did they say?
Well, they haven't said anything, but like, in general, why is Twitch chat so moody?
Why? What did they say?
Have you never seen Twitch chat?
Not moody.
What?
Only the people that are dumbass.
Well, yes. Anyway, we're gonna play some games. We got 30 minutes or so to kill for the Liquid series.
Yeah, we're waiting for you.
Waiting for you.
What is it? I got a weird platypus.
Oh, I want a platypus.
I think this is actually your mic.
No, this is the one I was ordering.
That's the one you had in the second game, but not. Is the one that whatever.
Oh, jeez.
You got a shake down great.
Oh.
You got no sound on your phone. You gotta have sound, bro.
Alright, I actually tried in the picture this time.
Reindeer.
A reindeer. It's not that bad. Wait, I'm gonna try to take a different picture so that I can not be a reindeer. I wanna have funny animal. I wanna have funny animal.
All right, let's go.
I'm doing the anti-selfie pose.
Kyle, you stole my
Oh,
crocodile.
it doesn't work? No, wait! Ah. Which animals are we? We're crocodile? Monkey. Calm down, Owen. I'm a doggy! Woo!
So, let's play a game. Collect
Yay.
as many crowns as possible by winning my little challenges.
Oh.
Win most to be victorious in the end. You'll also encounter coins here and there. Collect them at all costs and spend them
I love
as
this
if your
fox.
life depended on it. It does.
Monkaras. Jet.
Don't be left
Jetpack
behind.
nut job.
What's a jetpack nut job?
You lose a heart.
A jetpack.
You've
nut-
never had one?
a jetpack nut job.
No, they're all,
Is
all,
that,
the, all the
that's
kids
not-
these days are into that kind of stuff.
A jetpack nut job.
Waiting for all the players.
It's amazing what you
Oh,
do.
dude, this is the game.
a little
man.
bit of olive oil
Hold
and
your
a
phone
hydro-powered jet.
Hold your phone in the ready position.
Tilt your phone left and right
Oh, yeah.
to move.
Oh, easy.
Tap or hold the button to use your jetpack.
Ah. Okay. Meow. Meow.
Who else is helping me talk?
Green. Push green.
No!
Meow. I like this.
To
What's the
win,
point?
keep
Don't
the
be
most
left behind.
hearts.
It's gonna
Before
move right,
flying,
and you have to
you
just not
lose a
get
heart.
crashed. And
It's the same as
Yeah.
the Nippon Marathon.
it's
but-
like that old helicopter game you play on
It's
Flash.
full of mushrooms and nuts.
Mush?
Who would do something like that? Seriously.
What? You gotta move to the. I guess move to the right. What are we doing? Yeah, here we go. Here we go. This is it. Like, move out my way. Get the coins.
Can we hurry up?
Someone's gonna. Oh,
What?
oh, oh,
Oh,
oh, oh. Oh, hold up. Oh. Oh, bye.
No, no, what?
Get good.
The hell was that?
Oh.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Don't go in those. I don't know what's in front of me. I'm just hoping.
Like, don't push me at the front. I don't want to be at the front.
Get out of here. Hurry up. Hurry up. I can't get a lead. This is silly. I win.
What?
I won.
What? I got you baited by 2 coins.
I win again.
No, I don't think it's a race. You just have to get there. Look.
No, we just have to get.
So sheep just lost.
Oh, you just have to leave hearts alive.
Not blowing up is even more so.
Another one.
Oh, last round. What?
How did you even lose a life?
Because I was ahead, and then loads of stuff jumped on my head. Like that.
No.
Get out.
Get out of our game.
What?
No.
Oh, the monkey's out.
Get him.
Well, you get back. Keep in mind, you get back if you die.
Guys, what are we doing here?
I don't know who Pink is, but he's definitely messing up.
What are we doing here?
No. 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 Bye.
No, not me.
Oh, no. No. Not enough. All right.
All right. All right.
The jetpack nut
Let's
job.
see who won this one. My smiley friend.
I like Gym
Ah.
Party better.
Yeah, wow, wow,
Wah, wah, wah.
I'm really cool. I like Gym
Use
Party.
the
man.
least fuel. Have a prize. Gas prices, save the planet, etc. The baboon.
What?
Used the jetpack the least.
Wait, so what are we doing?
Exactly.
What do you mean? You press got it.
Oh, hang on. Oh, never mind.
And now,
I want a secret
chair
mission.
riots.
Are you?
Oh, this is fun.
How many coins do you have?
Coins?
I might have a bunch. How many do you have?
25.
How the fuck do you have 25
I was
coins?
collecting a lot of coins.
Jesus!
One.
I have 7. Owen's got 1. Lacoste.
Let's roll.
What? I lost connection, it says.
Just reconnect you.
Oh, we get to place a trap.
Don't press that button at the top.
I'm
Just
not.
you're probably disconnected from the Wi-Fi. Just check if you're on the Wi-Fi.
I am on the
Or
Wi-Fi.
place a spring trap. Just wait.
Oh, I got it.
Place your trap somewhere.
Kyle
Kyle.
put first.
Kyle.
Oh,
Oh shit, it's a trap.
I don't know if I want to go for that one.
Trap.
All right then.
Look up.
Because he's the coin master.
I have a idea that might not be safe either, Lacoste.
on.
So is the trap gonna stay?
I don't think the trap's gonna stay, but we're gonna find out because I'm gonna go the same route as earlier.
What's it go? Oh,
Easy win.
this is the shot that counts.
There's still one trap on the board. That was mine. You're welcome.
All right then. All right then.
But now at least we used all 4 traps are gone.
Now you drop a coin.
Yeah, now drops a coin.
I like this strategy. Wow.
Easy.
Very impressive.
Coin as well.
Fuck, get in there.
So now you're at the center of everyone else's target.
Wait, how did you just bounce like that?
Nice.
Easy. Oh shit. Put a trap down, boys.
Owen?
Nice. Very nice.
Oh.
What do I do here? Hey guys, theoretically, where are the traps you placed?
Probably one on the bullseye.
Oh, orange. Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
That was one of the traps.
What the fuck?
Got him.
But I don't want to go because I'm thinking there's a trap on the bullseye. Oh.
Oh, he just tanked the trap. What?
Oh,
Oh.
Oh.
there were 3. I see. Oh shit! Please, Sheaves.
Not
Oh
getting
no!
full
Oh
power.
my god. That's
Oh.
fine.
Thanks for clearing the traps, though.
Go for the double kill, Lacoste.
Don't do it.
Double kill.
Don't
do it.
Double kill.
Help! Help! Help!
Oh, he still had one.
He still
had
got done.
Oh, and
the
two coins.
coins.
What? Ah.
JJ, can you check the cable? Something's glitching. You see that?
No.
That's how it's
I
done.
think it's one of the cables.
That's
is a little
how
loose.
it's done.
What is glitching?
I think it's the one between, because the screen don't see it, do they? Stream don't see it.
I just made you
Auction.
win.
Anyone want to spend their hard-earned cash on an unfair advantage? Make your bids. Hat, spring chat.
No, it's the cable,
and
JJ.
Diffuse kit.
Bid on an item to help you for the rest.
Can't you
of
just like
this
push in? Don't unplug it.
All
just
right,
like
I
push
have
it in.
28
You know what I mean?
coins.
Don't unplug it. Just push them in. I think it's on the TV side of things. The cable that's going into the TV. JJ.
I would suggest bidding on the diffuse kit if
Oh.
your main goal is not to get blown up.
Go on, give it a try. Yeah, we're doing it on our phone anyway at the moment. Ooh.
Uh-oh.
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 JJ. Oh, we're back. We're back in business.
And it's gone. JJ fixed it.
JJ, fix it.
JJ fixed it.
I go.
Consider acquiring this bizarrely popular pointy hat if you're lagging behind. It will double your score this round.
Nice.
Nice.
Easy.
Someone
who
did
lost out?
win.
All
Who didn't bin?
sales are final.
The cost?
I just wanted the diffuse kit.
No, Lacoste got it. Lacoste is blue.
Oh, so
Kyle didn't get
Kyle
something.
didn't get anything.
You
there-
dumbass. Oh, here we go. Put the traps down.
Oh, that's cool. All right.
Well, oh, the wall banger.
The wall banger.
Oh, am I first? Oh, jeez. Alright, we'll try the wall banger.
Good luck.
Well, it's a lot of power there, Sheev. I mean, I don't know. I mean,
Well, if you don't have enough power, you might just.
Yeah. Alright, not bad. Not bad. Oh.
What?
Shit.
The jam
Oh, no.
backfires.
You're welcome.
Oh, what? Alright, you need power on that. You do need
You
power.
should just get the coins,
Like-
Kyle.
I mean, you got a
No,
second
just
shot.
get the
You
coins.
get a
Coins are
second
actually
shot.
worth.
Oh, I only got one.
It's okay.
Me and my boy Kyle.
There you go.
Game
Yeah,
starts
we
in
are
10
to this.
minutes.
After we finish this round. What?
What?
Are you even trying to get the angle, She? What are you doing?
Didn't I get what? No, I went over the.
You went. You got to get the angle right there.
I thought I did.
Like that.
That was my play. What?
Why am I looking the wrong way?
Because you don't decide which way you jump.
Oh no.
The only thing you
Oh,
do.
that's a lot of coins.
That
What
is
if
a
I
lot of
hit
coins.
Push him out of the way.
You just hop the way your chair lands in. It's random.
Oh, fuck off.
Nice. Nah.
Oh, Lacoste could go for the kill or he could go for coins.
Coins, of course. Lacoste
I
is
think you have the kill.
is the coin man.
Get the kill. You could dodge it. He's like, no.
Am I
Get
gonna
him! Yeah,
win?
get him! Get him! Get him!
You gotta get the angle.
He's
Oh,
trying to
running.
escape. There's no escape. Threaten him by jumping off the edge. Oh!
Juked.
What was
Oh
that?
dear.
Now let's see. A draw.
Oh, boy.
Don't believe you
That's a
could
slow-mo
stay
replay.
friends.
A slow-mo replay.
Yeah, let me see. I think the animal who thrashed most other animals needs a little something. Well done, Platypus.
Oh, there we
Oh,
go.
whoa!
Oh,
how many coins did you get?
wow. All the money.
That's how Lacoste got all the coins last time.
Yeah, from those little challenges.
Yeah.
There it
To
is.
win, don't let the phone up.
Can we get that in slow motion?
By holding the bomb.
Oh. You got to try and hold it as long as you can without it exploding.
Tap the button to pass the bomb.
Oh, you see that? Let's go. Pass the ball.
Press the button to pass
Yeah.
the bomb. Don't let it explode.
Yeah. But the longer you hold it, the more money you get. Oh, I don't want
You're
any
the
more.
first one. so-
Ah! But you want to hold it, but to get some money. Wait.
Is it just random?
Yeah.
What?
I feel like it's gonna explode.
Yeah, it must be exploding soon.
Oh, yeah.
Hold it, hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh!
Oh, it's good to use.
All right, this is unfair. I want it back.
Yeah. Lacoste.
I didn't know I had the bomb. That was the other character.
Easy.
Die, Lacoste. Oh, shit. Oh, no. Oh, Lacoste. Wait,
I'm dead.
you were already dead. You were the first one. Oh, jeez.
Look at you. You
Damn it.
passed
Oh,
the bar.
damn it. So
Now,
close.
everyone else earned a crown. Time to get
nice.
excited for Dough Nights.
Donuts.
Donuts, donuts.
Oh shit! I love donuts. Here we go, boys.
I mean,
Raise your
Kraus
coconuts.
gonna win by
Donut
default. He's
time.
American.
Avoid holding
American.
the explosive donut when time is up.
Oh. Wait, what? You're collecting the sweet. Well, what do we do?
Hold your phone in the ready position. Tilt your phone left and right
Yeah.
to move.
What's the button? I lost connection again. Wait.
We can't
Tilt
wait.
up and down to
Just-
move in and out.
Just don't do anything yet. Okay.
Ew.
Just don't start again.
Where's the donuts?
I think this is just a tutorial.
Just don't start the game yet.
Shiva's back in the game.
Tap the
Almost.
button to swing your
Oh
knife.
shit! Come here.
To
Okay.
win, collect as many donuts as you can. Avoid
Alright, start the
holding
game.
explosive donut when time is up.
Explosive donut. He has so much fun saying explosive donut. Imagine doing the voice acting for this game. You'll be
Okay. That's my donut.
I'm going right.
I'm going right.
What?
Oh, you can knock them off each other. Who stole my donut? Green stole all the
Get
donuts.
Green!
Get Green! He's got all the donuts.
Now get away from me.
Hey, he's... Get the donut off him.
Oh, no.
Got him.
yeah.
You're welcome.
That was the first of 3 rounds.
Oh.
You earn points for each donut collected.
Yay! Points.
Sugar King.
Easy.
Where's the bomb? Oh, there's the bomb. Uh-oh.
Okay.
Oh, shit. Green?
Someone collected a green donut.
What?
A green donut is worth 3 points.
Well, that's good to know.
Go fuck up green.
Someone collected the explosive donut. Hit other animals to pass it on. Your phone vibrates while you have it.
Oh. Oh. As a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, this game does not count for anything. Both of these teams are going to the major. Expect Kuroki to play Meepo or TA in order to fulfill his all-hero challenge in Pro Dota. The only 2 heroes he has not played in competitive.
Why are we slow mowing?
Why not?
Oh, shit.
Oh, I got loads.
Oh, shit.
Green? The explosive donut.
Sugar King.
Another one.
The last one.
Last round, guys.
Oh, Bounty Hunter.
Oh.
what?
Bounty Hunter
Bounty
in
Hunter?
the game, boys and girls. That's going to be a carry bounty. Gyro Io. Liquid are taking the game seriously.
Get blue!
Look at this huge stack of donuts.
No.
I think I'm gonna die.
I got a green donut.
Oh,
Oh,
sheaves.
The winner is...
Fuck.
How? Go fetch your crown.
Doggy! Alright, guys. Dota time. It
Why
is
the
a...
deciding one?
Was really good at getting their paws on that
Again?
explosive
What?
donut.
Yeah, pause it.
Was
Let me
so
see what happens.
entertaining.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening. We can pause.
We will do the final deciding round
later
after the game then.
All right, it is time for Liquid versus Alliance. This is a best of 3 that means things for seeding. So both of these teams have already made it to the major. Both of the teams have already made it to the major.
There it is. One of the 2 heroes KuroKy has not played yet.
Yes.
Meepo.
Which one was the other one?
TA.
Meepo and TA.
So expect Meepo this game as we have, and we'll have TA for Kuro in game 2. Can Liquid win with it? That's the question. This game, yeah, as you say.
I mean, he plays Chen, so he has a good micro.
Yeah, Meepo's basically Chen.
What if Alliance ban TA next game?
Then everyone will probably be pretty mad with them.
Well. Don't worry, guys. We're setting it
Just
up.
fixing the camera.
And so far we have an Io Gyro, a Meepo, Dazzle, Sand King, and on the other side a Monkey King with the bounty. What's up with Bounty Hunter?
Well, this is probably...
He steals unreliable gold.
Yeah, and it's a carry bounty hunter, you got to remember. Or a mid bounty. Or an offlane bounty. One of the 3 bounty. It's a core bounty.
It's a core bounty.
Hopefully. I want to see some core bounty rather than core
Or
Rubik.
a mid
Core Rubik we've
Rubik.
seen. I want to see some core bounty action.
Are there some good things to steal here for the Rubik?
Borrow Strike. Yeah, I get that's...
Anything from Dazzle, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, if he gets the damage talent, I hope that's a carry tide.
Have we not got any game sound?
No.
Careful, Owen. Careful, Owen. Careful, Owen.
Oh, I don't hear. All right, so yeah. So let's see. Let's see what teams do. Might see some clowny stuff, some clowny builds. KuroKy will be playing the Meepo. And so it looks like he is going to play support Meepo.
Will he, though?
Yeah, Matuma Man will play mid Dazzle for sure.
Uh,
I don't think they'll let Kuro go mid on Meepo. I think they'll just make him play. They'll try and carry Kuro, basically. They want to at least, try and get a win. With
Kuro
one of the 2
used to be a
heroes in the game.
carry player.
Yes, a long time ago in a very different time and age. And nowadays, Kuro carrying is... Well, it's fun to watch.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way. But I think they're just going to try and carry him along as a support Meepo.
I think the Tide Hunter is going to prove very difficult for the Meepo to deal with.
And a quote for Bounty Hunter.
Is it a Mickey Rubik?
Yeah.
Mickey Rubik.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Quote for
We got
Bounty.
both best of both worlds. A mid Bounty and a carry Rubik.
Sport Challenge Tide.
These games are going to be fun.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, the teams, of course, taking this incredibly seriously.
Liquid's line was actually insane. I didn't realize.
Liquid and Alliance have faced before this tournament. It was Liquid that 2-0'd Alliance, I believe it was yesterday, or the day before that, had knocked Alliance to the lower bracket. Was it? No, that's not true. Yes, it was.
What was. So Liquid's approach here, they want to give Kuro his Meepo game, but they also want to make sure it's a quick 2-0. They don't want to go 3 games. He's only got 2 heroes to play. He only needs 2 games. He doesn't need 3 games. So I think Liquid, despite the Kuro Meepo, they are still going to try and win the series 2-0 pretty hard and pretty fast. So we'll see if Alliance can deal with that. But they're having a core bounty and a core Rubik. Makes me feel that I think Liquid will run them over, even though they have a KuroKy Meepo.
I think you might be right.
They have a Gyro Io. These are not mess around heroes. These are we're gonna crush you heroes.
The amount of heal from Dazzle and Io once the target is tethered, and it's gonna be a core Dazzle, so he's gonna max out heal really early on.
So let's see what they can do. Once again, both teams are going to the major. This game is for seeding, which matters as much as you can see the players are showing that it does with regards to the seriousness of their draft. As KuroKy
Tips all round.
I mean, as long as this game completes and the world doesn't end before this game ends, he will be 1 hero closer to completing his all-hero challenge. Only Templar Assassin remains for Kuro, which we will be seeing from him in game 2.
Is it played or 1 game?
It's played.
It's played.
I don't think we'll ever see anyone win a game with every hero.
It
That would be
very
pretty
maybe will.
impressive.
We're gonna play this game for another 10 years, probably.
Someone that would win
try
win a
30.
competitive game on every single hero, though, that would be insane.
It's kind of crazy. I mean, Dota's been a game, for like almost 10 years now. Still feel like it's
What?
timeless, huh?
10? What?
Dota 2 has been 10 years. Dota as a concept is 20, but I don't see this game type ever
Dota
getting
2,
old.
8 years.
Well, hang on.
Let's call it 9.
Quite for skill, bro. Didn't get past it.
Dota 1 and Dota
that
2,
money, boy.
15 years.
We'll turn
20
this
years.
tide to our advantage.
He's pinging him. I bet you're insane. You're saying you're skilled, bro. You want to get the passive. Take easy gold at the start. Why'd you get invis?
We'll turn
You want to
this
get free
tide
gold.
to our advantage.
I get free gold. Yeah, but then you free gold. You can still get both. You still go there. Just hit him. Take the money.
One more time, let's go. He didn't even juke. That's
He just looks away. He's like, oh. What was that?
Deleted file. It never happened. And in the
I
meantime,
already
this
retweeted
did
it.
happen. It's first blood
for Alliance.
for Boxy. Tips all round.
oh. No, never mind.
What?
I thought he's gonna. If you get penitence off someone and then Monkey King just gets
Well, the attack
attack speed.
Hey,
Ah, that's cool.
there you go.
Oh, Boxy. Gotta be careful there. But he turns into a courier. So good. Okay, so got an Io Gyro lane versus the Monkey King Chen. It's gonna be a fun lane to watch. In the middle, there's a duo mid with Tide and Rubik versus a Dazzle mid. Tide will go back top eventually, because top is where Bounty Hunter is farming. Should be
Trying
farming.
to, at least. The Sand King's causing some
And
issues.
Meepo and Mind Control Sand King are there. Fun times. Back to you, Owen.
Yes. I don't really know how to break down this game, folks.
It's
I mean,
it's so difficult
it's a
to do.
game.
So it's a Dota game. We don't know
it's
exactly
like a, you know,
how
It's like a
serious.
public game.
It's like
Yeah.
a show match. It's a show match.
It's a show match.
Yeah.
We don't know how serious the players are
Well,
playing
we,
this.
We really do from their drafts.
Sure.
I think it's exactly as I say. Like Liquid are going to try and crush this game, but they're gonna have to carry the Croaky Meepo. Like they have Jara, Sand King Dazzle. Like they pick these heroes in normal actual games that matter.
He has Dagon queued up first item. Has the crown on Dazzle.
Okay.
Self-proclaimed
Holy
king.
crap, Top lane. The Tide cannot play Dota
No.
against Sand King Meepo. Way too much damage output.
No, it's a tough one to analyze, and you know, we can sell it however we want. But the fact of the matter is, the team's already qualified for the major. A lot can change between now and the end of January. So, seeding, I'm not sure how important these matches are. For example, last major we had Nip playing the seeding matches versus Secret, and they thought, you know, at least we won't have to face Secret in this in the group, and then they did, because seeding for Europe, especially because there's 3 teams, and I don't know. It's going to be tricky, and you have a chance to be up against these people again anyway in the groups. So it doesn't matter that much, and every player knows that if you want to be the best, you got to be able to beat everybody. So who cares who's in your group?
Can you just follow Bounty Hunter?
Yeah.
Just wants him to steal that money. Hit him. Hit Kuro. Steal his gold.
No, he missed it.
Wait, no, did he hit the creep with it?
He
Yeah.
hit the creep with it.
Stop hitting the creep with it. Hit the hero, bro.
Oh, GH punch. That was a long range
Lance
swing of the
crushing the
axe.
jar. Steal his
Hit
money.
him. Hit him.
Hit him.
Get him.
Yeah.
Oh.
Plus 18.
And
How
it
does-
is,
how
is
does
it
it
actually
scale?
How does it scale
stealing?
again?
So you
30.
take it from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gold
Yeah.
steal.
All right.
Yeah.
When it's maxed out, how much is it?
30.
30 gold per
And
hit.
what's the cooldown? 3 seconds. On a 3-second cooldown and just steal the money.
You know what they should do? If they surround someone and he has no way of escaping, just let Bounty Hunter keep hitting him and stealing his gold. I mean,
you
it's
just
unreliable
you have a
gold.
tinker with it, so you constantly hex him, and he just can't get out. And a Coddle to keep
why-
Thief
oh,
Tinker
never-
mana the whole time.
No, I mean, oh. That's a double damage tide. Whoa. Oh, insane you. Gets the kill. Oh,
Bounty.
just steal some money on the way out. Steal some money on the way out. Hit him.
No,
You're
he's
gonna die.
invisible.
Oh, okay, he's gonna
He's not gonna die.
just steal some money.
Have some faith.
Oh my god.
Hit him. Hit him. Go for the suicide steal. Got him!
Yeah.
Oh, no. And he gets away.
He has to be careful though, because then that
So
does make him
valuable.
visible.
Steal some money.
Gush coming out.
He's got a
Kurogi.
mango.
Coming
We could
for your
turn this
money,
around.
Kuro.
Pick his pockets.
Go on. Oh. Now we're going to watch the bounty. Right, Kuro can't
Bounty being the bounty
Steal the
hunter.
money.
Oh, he
He
took the
Did
bounty.
get
He's got
one of
invis
the
again. Steal the
Got
money, you got
legs.
invis.
He's gonna get.
Oh, he's stealing everything. Oh, but he didn't hit him before he used the invis.
He will. He
He
can
will
try.
now.
No, he doesn't want to.
He's really not putting enough value on the 18 gold steal.
No,
he needs to
does
steal
not.
that gold. Wait,
It's
does
a-
Kuro have any gold to steal? He does. He does.
He won TI. Of course he does.
What's going on, mate?
What if you
24.
just keep buying branches when you're playing against bounty hunters, so he can't steal your money?
so you
like-
have no money?
Yeah.
If you have no gold,
I
you
can't
cannot
just
steal
Go in
anything.
debt to him?
Yeah, you go into the red, you go negative.
You go minus.
You have to start getting a loan. Please, Mr.
Oh,
Ice Rock. I can't pay
Boxy.
the
Can
bills.
juke the rocket with mischief?
Yeah.
yeah,
That's a
Boxy,
play. Boxy Dota.
and he gets out as well. There's a lot of kills happening in mid as well. Mickey,
Oh!
yeah, got him. Steal that gold.
You got to max the pass. If you're not maxing the pass, you're doing it wrong.
Definitely. Gotta agree with that one.
Right, it's so much money.
Didn't we get nerfed?
Dude, if you think about it, what's 30 gold on a 3-second cooldown? What's 30 times 20? That's a 600 GPM talent.
Wow.
Oh, dude,
Yeah,
Boxy.
600
Keep-
GPM.
Yeah,
Hitting
Boxy.
people.
Ooh.
You need 20
He did.
hits.
600 GPM. What level would you have to be to have 4 points in a skill?
Miracle
7.
still
Level
drop.
7. 600
Mickey coming
GPM.
out, helping out. They want to try and get the IO as well, and GH is not going to be long for this world. Couple hits needed.
Dude.
Punch from Insania. We'll get it with the anchors.
Dude.
Hit.
I mean, that
He's hitting
GPM.
with an
Does he have a GPM talent as well?
He does.
And
Oh, he's got level 20. Level 20 plus 90 gold steal. There's 120 every 3 seconds. What's the
You
GPM
just
on
keep him
that?
alive.
That's 3,600
Mickey's
GPM
Thailand.
talent. 3,600 GPM talent.
That's the counter to all these strength heroes. All you do is you get a puck, you buy Ags refreshers, and you keep the centaur locked in, and you hit him, and you just farm gold.
Oh, mid. Insania's got to be a bit careful. It's a little low on the mana. On the armor, same thing. No, he's fine. Oh,
What?
No, he's not. He's too low on the armor. The armor's well.
Oh, what a play!
Wait, hold up. If you get Octarine, so it's on a 2-second cooldown, so you
and
got
Arcane Rune.
120 GPM.
And you have a card all
every
that
2
Oh.
seconds.
chakra.
So if you get 120 gold every 2 seconds, what's 120 times 30? Oh wait, no, that's 3,600
That's 3.6K,
GPM.
yeah.
That's 3.6k GPM.
There it is. The track, the money. Oh my god.
Wait, dude, that's actually ridiculous. Are we doing the maths wrong? Are we doing the maths
Well,
wrong?
it does require level 20 talent.
Yeah, but 3,600 GPM. Like, no, we've never seen those numbers before.
Oh, here it is. The DD, the gold.
He,
Oh.
wait, does this ulti still give more gold?
Yeah, I
than
think
Oh,
so.
that?
wait, hold up. Let's add that into it.
Is it a percent-based increase?
With the what is it? No, but the talent. What's the talent? There's an increase writing on it.
And if he's level 25 plus
I was
300 track
Plus
gold,
300 track
we
gold.
just broke the
Dude.
game.
What if?
We
so
just broke into national banks.
so
all,
we,
all
what's
the
the?
gold.
We need to work out a formula.
Yeah.
When is it worth to kill the target?
Oh,
Do you
that's-
literally bleed him
Never.
dry? You just track
Yeah.
him. You wait till he's out of money, then you kill him. And then you donate gold, give him a loan so he can buy back, and you do it again.
Is there any way you can build to keep an opponent alive? There's no, is there? Any way you
Is there a way to heal allies?
No. Yeah. You get 5 yules. If you have 5 yules, can you perfectly keep them? Does the cooldown work that way? What's the cooldown on yules? And then what's the duration? So if you get 5 Octarine, 5 yules, is that enough to perma yule someone?
Not quite. You have to juggle them a bit.
Dire are scanning.
But you could. 5x.
Okay.
5x.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Okay,
whoa.
5x.
I've got it. I've got it. Bounty Terrorblade. Terrorblade gets level 25,
And then you give them hell
and you just keep hitting them.
and take their money.
Perma slow him. Spam Sunder.
Oh. Come back. Liquid. The Force Lance back out of their jungle. How's Kuroki's Meepo doing? What have we got now? Wraith Bounce? Strong. It's pretty strong.
I mean, he can still farm jungle really
Yeah.
fast.
No, this bounty's actually pretty poor. He actually does need to steal some more gold.
I agree.
He's not where he should be. He needs to get out there and start hitting more people.
You need a wind lace. So when the police comes,
You just out of there.
after you steal the gold.
You get away.
Steal some gold. Got him.
Maybe
More
they
gold?
need to introduce like a police-styled hero, where you can arrest heroes.
Handcuffs. What would they do?
That's shackle.
Dude, don't they just make a Grimstroke policeman Arcana where he just handcuffs two heroes together?
Whenever you see a Grimstock, oh shit, it's the cops.
Meepo going for the Rubik. Nick it, trying to get out. Alright, guys. Let's focus a little bit on the madness of this game. No?
No,
Says
thank
JJ.
you. We have more important tasks at hand, Shiva.
Like
We
provide-
are
Chat,
doing
I
work
tried.
that will change Dota 2 for generations. Back to you, Owen.
So what's Matu got? He didn't get the Dagon. He didn't get the Dagon. It was a debate that he queued up. He's building normally. He's like, hang on, we actually want to win this game. Quite that. Mind control. It's done. They do get Insania as well. It's 15 to 20, 12 minutes in this high octane game.
Still pretty even. Looking into the late game, I feel like Bounty Hunter is going to have to just be the strongest hero on
He's
map.
going to have a lot of money, but he's died a few times.
It's true. He's going Deso?
That's not the build.
You don't want to kill him.
That's not the build
You
at all.
don't want to kill him.
No.
You get
You
the
need a-
Midas. Get more
Midas,
gold.
yeah. Midas Octarine.
What about an item that
It's
increases...
the pings. He's saying it's the wrong build. What are you doing, Quad? Forget your Midas. Why are you building Dessa?
What's even going on in this mid lane? Why are they dueling for CS?
That's why. Oh, that's why he's pinging him. He said, "Get the hell out of my lane."
That makes sense.
Oh, whoa! Look at this damage. Woo! Oh, GH tethers away. Kuro, he's coming in with the poos. Bam! Mickey's dead. Quite fat. They see him. Oh, steal his money.
No, don't shuriken.
Oh, I didn't steal his life. Insania.
The heal bomb with Meepo and Necro.
That's a legit combo. Meepo Dazzle.
This Dazzle's huge. This is the dude. I swear, Dazzle is so underpicked right now.
Yeah.
As a core, you just get this Necro book and a bunch of nulls. You have permanent Necro. Like that's not fair. The item that is not the intended usage of that item.
No, that's getting enough.
It-
the
it-
cool
Are we gonna get the Band-Aid patch? Dazzle can't use
Yeah, actually,
Necro
oh, yeah,
Book.
wait, hold on. When will the next
Be
patch be? It's going to be after this qualifies. You would
Probably
imagine.
not.
There's got to be a little patch, right?
There's open qualifiers first. Surely after the minor qualifiers,
Oh,
there will
after
be a
minor
patch.
I think it'll be right after this, Chiefs.
I think I'll go after
I think there's too much that's got to be
No.
tweaked.
Tomorrow morning
Yeah,
after
Yeah.
after NA.
maybe right after this.
maybe
series.
maybe during this series.
Definitely.